We're going to start this out by saying that we're here in Laughlin, Nevada, and we're going to be, the time may be a little off. It says 2:50 on this clock, and it's not too far off, just maybe an hour. And it is October 24th, 1992, and we're standing here with our Stephan reunion. There's the big honcho himself, the kahuna. And during the day, we're going to be seeing more and more people coming in and out. I'm going to try to do a little panning here and hope that this works. You see on the wall some license plates of the Stephans and all that good stuff. And Gil's looking through the book to find out if he has some good pictures to show. And as the day goes, we're just going to...
look at that good-looking kid here.
Here's a good-looking kid.
Good-looking kid here? That's our Gilly Stephan Jr.
Yeah, he had hair in his head in those days.
That's right. And see that in here? There's a Stephan clan, about 6 or 7 of the crew.
All nicely done by Jack. He did a nice job of getting that put together.
What a job, Jack.
Yeah.
You're hired. You're hired for next time, buddy.
That's right. We'll get Jack again. I know he'll be happy to hear that. And I'm just going to kind of lead this thing on as the day goes by, and as people come in and out, we're just going to let them say hello, and we'll go from there. And we'll just send a copy to everybody when this thing gets over with. Even for the ones that do not show. This year they show, maybe next year they'll show. Who knows? Or the year after. All right, that's about it for now. Then we'll go on as the day goes by.
Jack, here now. Here I have right for you here. That's the top of the shelf.
No, that's great. That's great.
And here's the bourbon for Dick.
Yeah.
And I got beers and sodas and diet sodas, and we got everything.
Great. I just
You didn't know how what a wild family you were born into. I'll tell you.
I didn't know.
This is a mean group.
Yeah.
That's Tom's actual plate that he has on his car outside. That's an actual plate.
You took it off just for
No.
today?
No, I have other plates on the car though, but everything I've got, both the van and the car has Stephan plates on it.
All right.
If you want to read about the Attorney General in the state of Kansas, is Bob Stephan. I'm sorry that Bob isn't here to appreciate this, but I see my name every single day in the paper.
All right.
He's either Ben, his secretary, he's got a paternity suit against him, he's great guy. Must be one of our fellow ones.
Yeah, there's Gilly and there's Claudia.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Good fun. Now here is your aunt. What would be his aunt? What would be?
My second cousin.
With the second cousin.
So you're all his second cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is your second cousin here with Bert Parks over here. Jack.
Bert, here's Bonnie right here.
Right.
Bonnie, Loki, left rear, and her daughter Deborah.
They were winners of the wait a Jack, and so we did. I don't remember either.
Well, this is what happens as we get together. I'll tell you, you're going to see all this crazy stuff today, so just kind of overlook us.
It's good fun.
We are all blood, though.
It's all good fun.
Yeah.
Here's your second cousin. She was, you know what the stick, if you ever lived
See what
in
I did is I
California,
went out.
that's why
I went through every...
There she
No, I
was
should
up
have
her
gone
shortly.
for her.
There she is,
Jack, I
as
mentioned it to
Mrs.
you on-
California.
I knew that. No, see, I don't know the other
She was
people.
running around.
There they
There's
are.
Rob.
Yeah, I think
65th
we got one
birthday.
like
Yeah,
that.
I made one for
Those
everybody.
are their kids.
See, I've
This
never
is
met
actually
the
the
kid.
Capital. This is our
If you
homes
ever
that
heard
we
of
used
a
to all
guy
live
named
in.
Lawrence Welkman,
Either ourselves or
Yeah, sure.
John or Eddie.
Your
And then the
second
school
cousin
starting
will be
at
up
Dudgeon that we
Here
all
she
went
is
to, or
here
Edgewood
with
like I
Lawrence
did,
Welk. She was
or
a
Randall,
champagne
or
music
Lincoln,
maker
or
for
West,
I
or
didn't know
East.
that.
Someone
I
to
didn't
East.
know that.
Alice
And then
Law.
she
She
University of
was
Wisconsin.
picked as
Then I went back to
beautiful
where all
woman in
our
California.
movie
There's
theaters
your
that we used to
son.
make
I
our
want-
back
I
passion
don't want
love
that.
in.
They
Oh,
get-
yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
not
put it on
all
the
over
wall.
there anymore. But I went
That's
back
fun.
and got those, and the last time most of these guys were with me is during this, the wedding.
The wedding, yeah.
And then here's a John 65th birthday. Some local pictures, some old ones of yesteryear.
I saw that at Thanksgiving. That was taking on a Thanksgiving.
And then,
I got one like
See what
that.
Lawrence has
The
to
ones
say.
of
It's
our
good, Jack.
parents that are no longer
Yeah,
with us, wishing they
right.
could be here today, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Right.
Especially
They're
RG.
looking in. They're
Oh,
looking
I'm
at
sure
it.
they are.
They're looking.
Dad's working at 777 on that slot machine for me.
Been flirting with that?
Oh, God, that thing came up. I can't believe it. Back to back, $150. Just
No
bing.
kidding.
I put in 3, got 150. So I'm going to pull off the winner.
Jesus.
I put in 3 more, got another 150. So I quit.
Good for you.
I quit for a few minutes at least.
Yeah, until you walk
Until the
by.
next time.
Until you walk by.
You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Lauren says it's surprised that all the good-looking California girls hear some cheesecake from Wisconsin. Isn't that pretty good? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, we got a little video that I transposed from a Super 8 film of, in 1967 when Bonnie was over at the house raising hell and raising her skirt up over her head. And
We got
so we thought we'd bring some of that.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
Yeah, that's great. This is great.
You got one of these, Jack, I'm sure.
No.
The whole history of the Stephan's going back is behind it, so you might want that.
Oh, okay.
You got this. Give it to you. If not, now you got a copy. We need to get this sucker updated. We don't have Grant, we don't have Ted, we don't have any of them.
Yeah. Okay. Now we should try to get as much of that as we can, really. That's true.
That's right, we don't have the kids, we don't have the weddings, we don't have the divorces. My kids are both married and gone already. They're out on their own again, pounding the streets.
And he's a proud grandpa again.
Proud grandpa last the 19th.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, no, Ron, so in there.
Thank you very much.
Whiskey, bourbon, and
Now Ron Lupke is working on a lot of this.
I'm gonna give that to. I don't even know if he's ever even seen that.
Well, he's got all kinds of things.
Oh, good. We'll just
Last
keep-
night we had the damn third
Besides his wife?
Half my life, and then
she finally told me this morning. You laughed so hard you cried.
I honestly, yeah, just film it. Then we went to this damn picture. Have you seen this picture thing they do over here on the second floor over the casino where they sit you down and they put your head in somebody
Oh
else's?
yes.
Oh, yes. We were looking at that this
Well, we
morning.
got my picture as Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's appropriate, Jack.
Oh, but it's so realistic. You can't believe it. It's me, and yet it's Indiana Jones. I
love
believe it. And then they hit some other gal. They sat down. First of all, they made her look like a nun. And then they put her in a bathing suit with size 56D bazooms, and it was just incredible. Well, and everything they do is just funnier than everything else they do.
Last night I had a couple of drinks, and
No kidding.
Say, listen, and your cousin Richard said, "What the hell kind of jamuck is this Gilly? He tells us all where to go to eat, and we didn't even want to go there, and so we went there, and he didn't even show up."
drinks are like a woman's breasts.
They are.
Yeah, one's not enough, and three's too many.
I had 3. 3. He was 3 and then some.
You're right.
One's not enough, and
Oh,
three's too
You
many.
want to leave now? Is this going
Triple
to
it and then some.
Jesus Christ, no,
He was
I
great.
was
I don't know how the heck he got drove last night.
No, we sat there. We say,
No, I know. I got a lecture already. Ronnie gave me a lecture already today.
my God, we had this whole table full of empty chairs and everything for you. And
Where did you eat, Jack?
Bert Gilly told us to.
I like that senior part in here.
Hi, Ron.
That was
How
a
are you
thrill.
doing?
How are you?
Fine, thank
No,
you.
I want you to look here
Thanks.
at a few things we have set up here that would bring you back a few memories.
Ah, okay.
Hi, Gil. How are you, buddy?
Gil's
Fine,
I'm
thank
sorry
you.
you guys couldn't go golfing. Dennis was looking forward.
Yeah, he really was.
That's
Have fun this morning?
Ron,
Yes,
did
you're
you
up.
saw a
Crack
sign?
it on.
Did you
You're
see him?
on.
Did you see
You're
him?
being good to me for a
Yes,
change.
it is.
Father.
You're being great to me.
Children, Richard John, born May 2966. Yeah, Eric.
That's Gilly Senior
Okay,
right there.
Get some of
Ron.
those dates that are off to the side.
That's my mother.
Yeah, because Ted, you were born in 66 and Ted was born, what, 68 or 69? 68. All right.
Well, my idea was at the end, I'll send to everybody to their address, and everybody fill out their own, update them out, update on master.
Well, Ron is the one to talk
Shoot it
to
to
about this because he's been.
Working his tail off on it.
Ron, have you seen all the stuff that they've worked on as far as the
I
name?
think it was time. You must have done it.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's,
genealogy
that's
stuff?
ancient, right, that comes, you knew that comes from now, I have that.
Good.
Okay, and you hear her mother's notes on this.
Do you remember that? You remember that one with Ron's sister?
Up there, Bonnie.
Which one?
You remember the one with Ron's sister?
Ron's sister.
Right up to your
Oh,
far right.
sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this here, honey?
Oh, that was Deborah. Whoa,
Yeah.
just a story about her.
Where's it?
Right here.
Oh, is that right?
That was a story when her husband, ex-husband, separated husband, long-lost husband, was killed in that plane crash coming out of Milwaukee.
No, father.
Well, that was her
Well,
husband.
how did you happen to?
That was her husband,
How
Conley.
did you happen to collect this thing?
Because it was the same gal that nipped Bonnie out as winner, and that was in the paper. And when I saw her picture, I correlated it together with the other one.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll be.
So that was her husband.
Her father, it says.
No, that's her husband.
No, her dad.
I thought it was her.
No, it's her dad.
Gilly's just get everything mixed up.
Glasses, Gil. You messed up
You
again.
know,
I thought that was her.
those few drinks that he had last night are still
Is that what
taking
they wanted to read?
results.
Her
Yeah,
dad.
yeah.
Boy, he
You
has
know, it
a.
takes a little
Well,
while.
I didn't know where he was.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I get drunk every day.
But he
Right.
starts, you know,
We
he
had a
has to
lot
say
of
he
fun
starts
with
out
this
in the morning
Lori
again,
is
so
my
it doesn't have a chance to
goddaughter.
get rid of it.
Lori is my goddaughter, and she
Okay.
and Debbie are friends.
I'll be
Now,
there.
where did Dick?
That's the
That
same
turned out real
photograph.
They want to change clothes.
So
They're
that,
both
that,
French.
that, that's the
That's
same
that's what they
photograph
went.
that you look at.
They want to
That's
cut
the
it
same
so the
actual-
clothes want to lock their money up in their safe.
What do you
Good
wanna do?
I thought it was husband. I'm sorry.
You had it wrong?
I had it screwed up.
It's not unusual. It's unusual for you, Gil.
No, there. I'm not going.
Buddy?
Oh,
That's
there.
the way
Oh, yeah.
What have you been doing today?
Not much. I was been running around with these two.
Oh,
You met my son Rick.
thank you. Yes, I sure did.
There's glasses over here.
How you doing, Ron?
I just
Fine.
read
How was
that.
it golfing?
Okay, I'm
Oh, it's a good thing we didn't go out there.
Oh, you didn't call.
So a golf ball sized,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, no, we only saw a
Double
little one.
size, yeah.
Well, we were driving through hail.
There was a lot of hail.
You.
We were across the river, went down. We
You
wanted
won
to
a lot
find
of
that
money since I saw
development,
you, right?
development.
No, I have my own, that's winning.
Oh, then you're right. I was
Very
trying to
cool, Riverbend.
tell you.
This
Did you
was
like
like
doing
25 years ago. We went over and looked at it, and I don't want my name on it.
Okay.
It's a-
Richard does this all the time. I got another picture of him doing the same thing with another girl.
Oh,
But she wasn't as cute.
No, she wasn't. You're right. You're absolutely right, Richard.
I gotta get my camera out too. I guess I got.
Well,
You know, it turns out later,
Dick, our Rick
to make a long story short, Bonnie really won the pageant.
Yeah, we
The whole
found this
thing
out
was
2 years
fixed. We
ago.
found that out about 5 years ago.
It was the
5
sponsors
years later.
told them that they wouldn't let
Yeah.
them sponsor again.
They're suing, there's a class action suit against the
Against
sponsors
the whole
because every year they
Pageant went
had.
bankrupt now because of it.
For the
And
missus,
It
for
was
the
the-
missus.
Yeah, they had,
what happened was
well, listen to Bonnie, she can
it's
explain.
their advertisers. Procter Gamble was their main
Sponsor.
sponsor, and they told them when they knew I was going to win, "You're not going to let her win, or we won't sponsor you again. We don't want an older woman. We want a young girl."
She was 27, I think. Wasn't
Yeah, she'd been married 1 year, and this is who's supposed to represent all America's married women. You know, so I got letters from people all over the United States saying, as far as we're concerned, you won, that type of thing. But you don't even think of that. I just figured I was lucky to get where I got, you know. But after all these years, I just won the National 50s
Why don't you do that?
winner last year in Florida. And at that time, you know, there's each state has its own franchise and different people that run each state pageant. And 4 different franchise people came up to me to let me know that. They said 4 of us right here all dropped out because we were so mad when we heard what happened to you. So everybody knew but me. Everybody knew I was going to have except me.
What year was that? Somebody asked me that.
84.
I wasn't sure. 84. Okay.
It was
8 years ago.
84. And I mean, she won so much stuff. And it was a good year too because it was the Olympic year, and there's so many neat things going on. You know, going to the White House and everything. So it didn't bother me till I found this out. And then it really bothered me.
Yeah, right.
Well, what, there's no recourse. There's no recourse to you anyway, is there?
No, not at all. But it was just frustrating when I found out. I wish they wouldn't have told me.
Oh, well.
No, I was glad.
You know what
I
I
was
thought?
glad, but I was mad.
You know what I thought when you sent me the tape? I thought he screwed it up when he gave his speech.
Oh, well, we kind of laughed at that too.
No, I'm
in
just
Florida.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, but we laughed about that because he said, "Gee, you're from California." I said, "I might take you to Florida." He said, "I didn't know what I was saying. I was so nervous."
No, you did a good job, Ronnie. I'm telling you. You know, it's great. It's great though to be able to sit there and see it, back it up, and see it again. Were you a little nervous?
Was I?
Yeah.
Well, no, not really.
Because
I was
they-
nervous that she was going to win, and then it would have been a big production. In fact, I was sitting right on the edge there, and they had a little plank going across the orchestra pit up to the stage.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of now, when I go up there to greet her as the winner, and I knew she was going to win because there was only 2 of them left, and it was so obvious that she was the winner. The only thing I was saying is, please God, don't let me fall in the orchestra pit. I was thinking about it. I know I'm going to fall in the orchestra pit.
Talk about confidence.
I could have. Right. Yeah. Say, did you see me in the moat? I fell in the moat last night after I went out.
What?
That
You
moat,
should've.
that water around here.
Yeah.
I
You
got,
should've, right?
You did?
I got tanked
You fell
up.
in
No,
it?
I didn't
Oh,
fall in the
oh.
damn.
Should have fallen in the
Well,
moat.
I don't know.
No, I had a kid.
I got a couple things I was going to show you guys because you haven't seen Ed for a while. And
Oh, is
this
that
is a
Ed?
story all
Holy
on
crap.
Ed from beginning to end of how the
great.
cruise line started.
That ass is the American Society of Travel Agents.
Yeah.
How's Sally?
She's fine. She had these terrible pains and she was really worried. She's gone through every test and everything, but they think all of it came from a pulled muscle through the back that was giving, something really silly.
I'll be darned.
But she went through every test you can get because they couldn't find anything. And they kept thinking, you gotta have a tumor if you're in that much pain or something. She just couldn't. I just tried to quick pull some things the last minute.
Well, your mom called me and told me about Sally, and then she told me that
Did she?
if Sally was going to come, she would have come, but she will not
Yeah,
travel by her
That's
own.
right.
And she says this is no place for Morris. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she
Yeah.
she told me that. So.
He's not crazy about.
Well,
I
she
think
said the
this is the
same.
last picture of Mom and Dad that I had
Oh.
on the cruise.
Oh, that's neat.
Good picture.
That was,
Good picture.
That's
That
a
was
good
the
last-
picture.
very
of Mom and
nice.
Dad.
Uncle Ed and
Oh,
Kevin.
sure is.
It's good.
Terrific.
that's the last one they had. Because that was.
He was one good looking dude too.
Boy, I'll say.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, you can't take nothing away from me. All those boys.
That's
we were
Carrie.
lucky.
These are
What
all.
happened
These
to
are all
us?
great. These are the ones I
Kelly?
said. I said
Shut up.
she just took these out of copy machine. Isn't it amazing
That was
how
great,
those
yeah.
how those come out?
Does Bob look like Jack and Dick?
And
Because
think
you
Jack-
two can, I can sure see the
you can
brother.
see it.
No, we
who
didn't
looks
know.
like
does
does he
Bob.
look like Jack and
The
Dick?
Wolfer.
Bob?
Does
No,
Bob?
Bob's
No,
different.
Bob looked different.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since our wedding, I don't think. He was best man.
Well,
I haven't either.
He
I
looks like
haven't either.
he looks like Grandma Wolf.
I
see
haven't
him very
seen him
often.
either.
Because
Don't
I
tell him
haven't
that.
seen
You
him, and
might
I
do
just
Have either of you
curious.
seen him?
Son,
I
take
saw him.
him.
Because last night they're saying you wouldn't know, and he was, of course, he was 3 sheets to the wind.
Me?
I saw him at your mother's 50th, or 80th birthday.
Jack, teasing him.
80th birthday.
Oh, well, then I would have
See
seen
who
him
is.
there.
I thought I was doing
He was,
pretty well.
he was going last night. He was saying, "You should see Bob. He's nothing but a poop. He walks around like this. He's nothing but a poop."
Dick was the one that said
I
that.
said that.
Oh, you said that?
But I agree.
But you said it earlier, Jack.
The only comment I want to make here is this genealogy. It's really great. And here's my name. It says born, and then it has died next to it. Now I am not died. I want everybody to know that.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm not.
We're gonna update it.
Take cover on here.
We'll update it and prove that you're alive.
Where does it show the
Well,
cover?
I was born in Madison.
Right,
1936.
here.
That's right.
Well, this was floating around Mom and Dad's house, and I just
Oh,
grabbed
yeah.
it.
Well, if you guys ever want the real genealogy, I've got it. It's about this thick.
Oh, really?
I've
Oh
done it
yeah,
all
has he
myself.
ever?
Oh, good
7
man.
years of it.
But no one ever is interested in, so I just don't go sending it out just for
No.
Well,
fun.
the reason that we were
Oh,
interested
they do
before, we were
That's
just
what
got
I
retired. Now we can do those things.
Oh, I moved.
Hang on a minute.
There, we
In
better
charge
hold this
here.
up so we can see.
Yeah.
Wait till the light
This
comes
is
on.
what Bill looks like now.
Oh,
I haven't seen him.
There we
though.
go.
Right there in the end with his girl. That's the girl that he lives with
Boy, is she a member of the family.
now. Yeah.
Gee,
Yeah, he's got a Stephan nose.
I don't think I ever knew Billy.
I didn't.
let's see.
Is
It's very
Andy left-handed too?
You know, I don't know. I don't think so. I never
Yeah.
remembered him being left-handed. Must be.
Young at that time.
I never remember that.
Bonnie, your
That's,
mother looks like $1 million.
Yeah, she looks real
She
good.
always
She does. She really does look
Yeah.
good. Let's see.
I hate to tell you, but this is your dad over and over.
Yeah, in a lot of
There's
ways.
absolutely no
Oh, yeah.
question.
Except for the Wiedner nose.
It could be a wiener nose, but the facial expressions, that's Eddie. Take
Yeah.
away the mustache.
This is Ed. This is Ed's last year's Christmas card
Yeah.
with his kids.
Got one of those.
Did you? That's his new wife.
What's a W stand for in the name?
William.
William.
And this is Ed and I many years ago.
Oh, boy, that sure is
Boy,
Ed.
it is too.
God, he hasn't changed at all.
But I remember your kids when you look like that.
Oh, he
That's the
really
kind of thing I can remember.
Boy, that is a long time, but that's Eddie, and that's mine.
And this is the girl that beat me in the overall. She was 27 this year in Florida.
You're prettier than she is, for heaven's sakes.
I was a lot older.
Did you say that? You were, so what?
Oh, jeez.
We were talking about pretty.
That sure is Eddie and Bonnie.
And for California,
Even have women
Debbie
like
was
this
the
since I
30s
don't know
winner.
when.
The year before, she got to crown me the next year as
Isn't that something?
the
You've seen all these pictures. Sure.
No, she won't let me see any of them.
Oh, that's great, Bonnie.
So that was kind of fun.
He's the only executive officer the Royal Caribbean ever had, huh?
Pardon?
And show them some of your kids.
I will.
I want to know about those kids because I look at that picture up there and I can't identify any of them.
This is my son and his wife.
I like it when you send a Christmas card and you've got pictures you put on the back.
Yeah.
Right, that
Who's
helps.
who?
I think
Yes.
that's
So
neat.
much, yeah. Because so many people, you know, you change show and they want to know, all right, well, which one was the first one born? Which one was Stephanie? You know, and
Right.
this is Debbie and her husband.
Handsome kid. Handsome kid.
Geez, there's a lot of people here, don't you?
And
It
this
gets larger if they add them all
is
in there.
Missy and her husband.
Good Lord.
It's your son.
His wife.
Well, it's nice having stars in the house.
Let's
Boy, Ron, it must be tough to come home.
Yeah.
see. Don't I have a picture of Stephanie?
Where they are.
Stephanie or something? Here's a
Yeah.
picture of mom that was just taken recently.
I'm glad to call them relatives.
Yeah, which I agree.
Ah, the good old Sovereign of the Sea. Love it. Good ship.
Yeah.
I just read that Sovereign of the Sea. That's what I was just reading.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, so far I
I
got
don't see a
another
picture.
I'll show
I
you
didn't
some
see a
pictures.
picture of Stephanie here, darling. I can't
This
believe
is,
I don't have a picture of her. This is Missy.
This is my first prototype. This is all just in the works right now. I just got these back about a week ago.
Oh my
This is the
God.
first printing, not of the text,
Oh
but
my
of
heavens.
photographs that go in the book.
These are all Carrie.
Oh,
Who's this one?
Missy.
Melissa.
Melissa.
So this,
Those are her
these will
modeling
be
cards.
inserted in between the text. So the book itself is.
I can't remember which one we met at Mission Viejo in '84 when we came out to your house. Yeah, one of your daughters were there, and that was it.
It was one of
55,000
your
printed.
children that bought it, and RG just thought was absolute beautiful. Remember, they had the picture of her.
Calendar?
It was like a calendar picture.
What I wanted to show you.
Oh, I bet it was Stephanie. I bet it was the oldest
You
one.
can look at
Oh,
those
but that
photos,
was a
of course,
beautiful-
but
That's Carrie
I
and
want to
Missy.
show you things that were particular of interest to you guys.
Oh, it must be nice.
This is.
I want to see those pictures because I want
Look
to.
at those eyes.
Yes.
Those eyes.
They all got their dad's eyes. Not one of them
Are you
has
sure they're not yours?
my brown eyes. Not one single one of my children got
We
my
have
brown
8
eyes.
blue-eyed grandchildren, and Joe and I both are brown. Just the eyes.
Yeah, because
That's right. Our grandson, I think, was a
Really?
little like Eddie.
because Bill and Ed both have the weaker noses, the wider.
That's why I said the nose.
Yeah.
Take the nose off
Yeah.
of that and put DJ's nose on there.
Hmm.
I remember you.
He's a little cut up.
Monroe Street or Castle Place?
Monroe. Yeah.
The only,
That's Debbie and her husband.
you guys.
Do you think Eddie and Diane knew where to come?
I told them 4 times. I
Well,
can't tell.
if they call information, they would certainly know.
That's right.
I was there.
They
No,
call downstairs.
they
ask
won't
for
give
the
that
name.
room
We
number.
don't have
They
any-
won't give the room
No, but
number.
you call the room, then you'll ask.
That's right. He can call this room. Is what.
Now this is Debbie.
Yeah, my daughter Debbie and her husband
Who is this guy?
Gary, her husband. They have 3 children.
Okay, and this is Ron Jr.
Yeah.
And that's his wife, Chris.
Yeah, and that's Missy and her wife Michael.
Now where do they fit age-wise here?
Debbie's second oldest.
Where does he fit?
Where does he fit? He's in the middle.
So that's
That's
the whole,
remarkable.
that's the whole
And
story.
Miss Missy
There's,
is-
if you
Yeah,
can
this is
imagine,
Missy.
goes right-
She's
here are
She's
all
the
of
baby.
weddings
She's the
of my
baby.
kids.
That's Ed's Christmas card last
A lot
year.
of people in the picture.
With,
Yeah,
How old are them kids?
A couple of years old. You know what happened when they got married? Yeah, when they got married, she didn't think she'd be able to have any children, so they immediately applied for adoption. And as soon as they applied for adoption, she found out she was pregnant. So she had, oh no, they're the same age for half of the time. And as soon as she found out as soon as she had her baby, they got the announcement, come to Texas. I think it was 3 weeks after she had the baby. There's a baby here for you. So there was like twins. So one's theirs and one's adopted. Mm-hmm.
Oh, for heaven's
Yeah.
sake.
The dark-haired one is adopted, and the little blonde boy is, is adopted, and the little dark-haired one is theirs.
Okay. Who was she?
She was his secretary for 19 years. She's been in love with him since she was 19 years old.
Okay. If he was married before, did he have any children by that marriage?
An adopted daughter, Christina. She's out of college now. He waited till she was out of college. They had his first wife. When they got married, I think it was almost like a friendship thing, because I know that half the time they never even slept together. But she was his very, very best friend in the world. I mean, they were more like really good friends, business-wise, everything-wise. So even though he knew that he was falling in love with this gal, he just couldn't tell her. And when he did, he lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. He was so upset about it. But he knew he was going to have to, because this little gal had waited 19 years for him, And he really was in love with her, and where he loved the other Helen, they're both named Helen.
Yeah.
He wasn't in love with Helen number one, and so it was a very traumatic thing, and he told her she could have anything. He was very generous. You can have anything. You can have the houses. You can have whatever you want is yours. He was very generous with her, but it took her a long time. Mom was very close with Helen number one, and so it bothered her a lot for a long time. But I kept telling Mom, all that really matters is Ed's real happy now. He's just very, very happy, and I don't think he's ever been happily in love before. I said, so, you got to be happy for him.
Is this a Floridian?
She's lived in Florida all her life.
And the other one, where was she from?
Same.
God, that's it.
Florida, yeah. And Debbie was the 30s, National 30s winner, and then I was California's 50s winner, and she was able to crown me.
Oh, that's.
So that was kind of fun.
That's
this one.
This one.
Yeah. And that one was the national one this year. That I was
No,
first.
that's not the same one I've seen here. That's
another one. That was first runner-up in that one this year. That was the spring.
She was?
I was first runner-up.
Oh,
She
you
was
were?
winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's her first name?
Her name is Pam Walker.
This is your daughter?
No, she's just
okay. Oh,
another
okay.
gal.
Okay, I thought that was...
Yep, not a daughter. Now there's Bill on here. There's Bill and his girlfriend.
I told you I don't think I've seen him since in the 40s.
That's Mom and
He
Bill,
was
and
born yet.
that was at one of the weddings.
Well, how old is
Oh, and that's also Sally's daughter, the girl in the back. That's Ginger.
Cirilla?
Is that the Miller girl?
Yeah.
Or Miller, whatever
Yeah,
you
Miller.
Of my book.
That's
Kurt,
Ginger.
Kurt, yeah, I knew Kurt. I knew
Yeah,
Kurt.
crazy Kurt.
I went to the wedding.
Yeah, talk about working on genealogy.
Would be
Well,
your
that's
what?
not
Would
genealogy,
be
that's
your
just
nephew, I guess, or
that
niece
started
got
to be,
married. I went with your mom and
fitting
dad.
and
Oh,
fishing
did
and
you?
The
hunting
wedding out to
memoirs.
Si and I went to.
But then when I got down with it, I thought to myself,
To the
Jesus,
wedding.
if a guy doesn't like to
And
hunt or fish,
in
he's
fact,
gonna
I
throw
took your
this
mom and dad out.
trash can.
Oh,
So then I
Was it a
rewrote the
girl? Who
whole
was it that
thing.
got married?
It took me
Was it a
another
girl,
3
wasn't it?
years to add all the
It
other
might
stuff.
have been,
to it.
Was it
no,
the dwarf?
Ginger.
Did she marry a Meyer?
But it's predominantly, our outdoor adventures.
What did that?
It was a Meyer.
Married a Meyer. Sally's daughter married a Meyer.
And we
the
went
dwarf.
to the wedding. We took his.
Mueller.
You
You
took
talked
your
about
mom
Yeah.
and dad.
Mueller.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she married Kurt.
Kurt Mueller.
Crazy Kurt.
Yeah, but no, but I mean, their daughter,
Their daughter.
married a Meyer.
But they only had one daughter, and that's her right there. And
No.
she married
There
someone
was.
else.
Wasn't Sally married to a mower?
That's what
Mueller,
we
yeah.
Or Mueller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
her daughter, Ginger.
It
That's who went
was.
to her wedding.
No.
It was their son who
Okay.
married
Right.
a Meyer.
Okay, that's better.
Okay.
They're divorced
And we
now.
went to that wedding.
They're divorced now.
They were very young, I remember.
Yes,
that.
very
Horses
young.
in the
Very
second
very
round,
young.
that's iron. It's
Well, I'm one.
incredible.
We were at Kurt's place
All
about
kids
2
got
months ago,
divorced.
and boy, does he
All
have a
of them.
spread. out there in Prairie du
Couple
Site. His
Were you
company
up
is.
there?
I don't mean
Yeah, we were there for my 40th year class reunion 2 months ago.
like
We were back in
Billy's
Wisconsin.
East or west?
At West High School. You know, people laugh so hard because you know, it's funny when you get to your age, you remember crazy things, the things that you think you should remember, you can't remember anymore.
It's really.
We're talking, I said, I'll bet not one of you people here can tell me the address of Randall School, where we went to grade school. And they said, well, I know it's on Randall Avenue. I know it's on Randall Avenue. I said, you're all
No, it's on
wrong.
Regent Street.
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, it's not.
It's on Regent and Spooner.
Okay, cuz.
Okay,
There's a
there
school
I can get it.
There's a school at 10 North Spooner Street.
That's right.
Randall,
Don't-
Randall. You'll find that school is hard to beat. Yay, Randall School. I remember that so
You'll
clearly.
never fool me on those streets.
They couldn't believe it. I remember that.
Dudgeon reunion, Jack. Dudgeon reunion. I'm gonna go in there and I got a cup from Dudgeon. Dudgeon in my car. Bring it up. You know what Dudgeon is located on the 4 signs of Dudgeon?
It's on Monroe.
That's one.
Ooh.
You didn't go to Randall?
No, we went to Dudgeon.
Oh.
You Edgewood split it. You
Oh.
went that way, we went the other.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Monroe.
Monroe Street's the best I.
You said Gregory, but that was
Gregory was a little further behind.
Right,
Yeah.
There's another street.
Excellent.
Another one
4
back.
streets, guys. You got one. Give me the other 3. I'm
Hey,
gonna play this
I got
game.
a map. I got a map.
Bonnie's playing this game. I'm gonna give you this game too.
I never
On-
drove a
on-
car the whole time
on-
I ever lived in
on the
Wisconsin,
east-
so I don't know where he's
On the east was Gilmore.
I don't think this.
On the west was very simple, Western. On the north,
Northern.
Yeah.
Cross, C-R-O-S-S. Cross, C-R-O-S-S. So
Evidently-
now you know.
Evidently Eddie's left-handed.
That's what he just said,
I
but
just
as
said
long
that.
as I remember at home, I'll never remember that he was
Oh,
left-handed.
good.
Maybe they flopped the picture.
I just
What
don't
is
remember that.
all of this about? Bob Stephan?
Well, the Attorney General for the state of Kansas is by the name of Bob Stephan. You're really popular in that state if your name is Stephan. All my license plates on my cars
Yeah, that was
all
one of the
say
last
Stephan.
pictures.
No.
Okay.
That's just an example of the newspaper every single day, Ron, is what you look at. You see your name in big bold type.
There's a phone ringing in the other.
Go ahead, answer it and see. Tell them we're up here.
Yeah, the answer. There's 2 of my friends, Jack Gillick, who was chairman of the board of the M&I Bank, has got a place on there, and that's where your mother's parents had a place on there.
Ah.
She's going back up there this summer, and she asked me where she would stay. She wants to come back and
Oh.
she told me.
Hmm.
Now, who the hell is that?
That's Caroline. That's my second to youngest daughter.
Holy mackerel, look at that.
These are all their modeling pictures. That's one of her modeling pictures that you're looking at. That's Melissa.
No, that's Melissa from
Oh, let's see, Eddie's.
Wait,
Melissa, you haven't come across yet. That's Debbie. That's Carrie.
These are
That's
the-
Ronnie.
Well, no, see,
And that's
he
Missy.
may be
Turn
right
that
if
over.
they
You
flopped the picture
This
back.
is this is all. These are
Holding
also
his pencil
Missy on
like
here. These are all Missy.
Yeah, sure.
What are those are names?
These are
There
the
is
cards
some
that they
cover, no
use for
pencil.
their modeling.
God, that's Ed on it. I wish he could have been here.
Now, where does she fit age?
Yeah.
She's the baby.
That's the
That's this one right here.
You see that now?
Yes, I saw them before you go.
Tom, have you noticed that the oldest people in the groups don't seem to have any hair on the top of their head?
I
And
noticed
this
that.
is Missy.
Grass doesn't grow on a
That's
busy
Missy
street.
and
Doesn't grow in the rock either.
that's Missy and Carrie together.
That's Missy and who?
And Carrie, my 2 youngest.
Where do I see her here? I don't see
That's
her, no.
Carrie. That's this one
Okay.
and this one.
You ought to make a print of this and send it to Brother Bob.
You can. I'll give you those. You can have them. They're in the paper every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, you open it up and say, Stephan and secretary
Carrie
have been,
modeling. And a modeling pose.
paternity suits are being filed.
Great,
Now
that'd be
this has
great.
got.
He must be quite a guy.
Debbie.
Oh, he is.
Debbie and her
I didn't know.
family. She's the
Remember
only,
this?
the only one I have grandchildren with. That's this one.
42.
Yes, those 2 that are side by
Remember
side
this?
up on that picture on the far side.
Remember the Capitol?
Those 2 kids? Okay.
2 of them.
This one, you know what? This one, you know what?
I think I sent a copy of that to everybody. I think.
Bill,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
a little.
Huh? Doesn't
Maybe a
it?
little.
I looked at
That's
that and I
at
said,
your-
that's really
yeah.
good. Look at
Maybe.
that, look at that face.
Yeah.
It's at this house.
See, I just don't recall.
Remember this house?
When was he born?
Remember this house?
Well, he's
Oh,
gonna
this,
be
the next
50
ones are
this
were
year.
mother and dad.
Next year.
So he was born.
Kelly and I lived.
42. No, next March, 43.
Next
Coming out of
March.
Madison. We've had a lot of places. Norris Court.
We split up.
That's on 2250 West Lawn,
Let's see what you're looking at.
next to Scott's.
Oh yeah, now I don't
yes,
have
okay.
a picture of her anywhere else.
And then that's 2205.
That's my
That's the
oldest
back end
daughter.
where Gilly used to
Her
live
husband.
up there
Yeah.
with the bats.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, he
401
looks
Eugene
so much
Avenue.
like Burt Reynolds. Such a
17
handsome
Hiawatha
Did
Circle.
you see this brother look like Burt Reynolds at your
Oh, I can do
Stephanie's
that.
married to?
And that's where Bonnie
Oh, yeah.
lived. And that's where Bonnie lived. Yep.
That was that corner house over there
Let's
on
see.
Rose
Oh, that's
Street.
just one of the girls.
That's the Western.
This was the house before it was moved. Before it was moved or after it was
No, that's at its current location.
Oh, Castle Place.
Yep, Castle
Did you
Place.
know that they moved that
Are
all the
they
way
in
up?
the
That's
middle?
Debbie
It
and-
comes in
It's at the top of the hill.
Yeah, that's
And
Debbie and
Dudgeon?
Gary and
Well,
their
get
children.
there.
That was
Went
their Christmas
Dudgeon,
party
right?
this year.
Right, Stephan's still the one.
And I went to Edgewood, so I threw Edgewood. I did bring this, I thought that
I'm Dennis.
Randall, so
I'm
there's
Jack.
Randall.
Hi Jack, how you doing?
Nice to meet
my
you.
son
Likewise,
Frank.
likewise.
Hi, Dennis,
Gilly
I'm
went
the
to
golfer.
This
Are you-
is our
Oh,
old
really?
son.
How you doing?
Oh,
East
Good.
side,
Good.
west.
Good.
That's
East.
short guy's Dennis.
the shirt guy.
And some of us.
He never grew up.
The shirt one. Hi, Dennis.
That's Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie, how you
Nice
doing?
to know you.
You remember all the theaters that we used to make
Sure.
fashion
Oh,
love
I
in?
watched
Yeah.
The Capitol,
That was the drive-in.
the Strand,
The Strand.
the Orpheum.
The Orpheum.
I think, didn't you break your leg there or your ankle?
Capital Theater.
Dennis.
I'm Richard.
Hello, Rich,
Broke
how
my
you doing?
leg.
Broke my foot at the Orpheum Theater. Oh, I crushed it at a Dick Pitino concert. Crushed my whole foot.
Then the old Majestic,
No, one of those
which was
big
taboo at
gas
that time.
tanks. I
Missing
ran
one, the
backstage to
Parkway.
his autograph.
There was
those
nothing
big
left
gas
for the
tanks.
Parkway.
Like this picture of there.
And there was nothing left
This is,
for the Madison
the
Theater.
last
Used to be,
pictures
there's
of
nothing
Mom
there now
taken
but a Parkway.
recently.
I want to see that.
That's some old
What do
pictures.
you got here, Dad?
Back here.
The sodas are down here and the beer's over there.
Yeah,
Over where?
No,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, really?
Mine,
Was that the same church?
Yeah,
Our Lady Queen of Peace?
yeah, sure is.
I'll be going to check.
She's
I'll
really,
be
she's really
there.
good.
I
She
should
feels really good.
No, well, could be. Have you ever got that big?
That's
That
good.
looks like, that looks like a
Did
big
she know the room number?
Is
I'm
that
just
right?
trying to think. My mom
Black
was
Hawk?
born in 1909 with Baker 83, and my
Read that?
mother's got to be a couple years
Well,
younger.
you're looking good.
She's-
Yeah, you're looking
No,
good.
she's going to be
Right up
83.
here.
She's almost 83.
See when they get us
Okay.
Yeah,
cleaned
you
up?
clean us up.
Because
look
my
pretty
mother
good.
would be, my mother would be
That's
86.
not so often.
Who's this?
Did a little fast
That's
research.
Carrie.
Went out to the.
These are all
One of
Remember
your
this?
daughters?
Dick?
Yeah,
We were
these are
just
all,
talking to the little girl before, but Jack was the girl.
my daughters.
Jack, you brought her to your dad's
These are all her.
65th birthday.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Take a look.
And these are the other daughters.
This is
I was always bringing
this is her mom. That's my aunt.
You have 3 daughters?
4.
I have some colored slides that look a little bit better.
Sure.
Somehow
Sure.
it's
Sure.
better.
Sure.
I got.
Where's
This
this?
is really? Oh, yes, they have a lot.
Somehow, of course, they're getting
Yeah,
good pictures,
Jack
so
Rocky,
that's her there.
Dad's
This
65th
one.
Still
birthday.
there,
That's
and the
the
golf
oldest
course
one.
is still
That's
there.
this
Yes,
one.
I played it just last
This
year.
one.
My reunion.
I brought so many
This
over.
one.
I got a kick out of when I saw the
My
four
grandmother
girls.
for final approval, Jack?
Yeah, that, and
And
that.
none were approved.
Yeah.
You gotta give us more.
Four girls, and
I
then
don't know what her name
this
is.
is
I
my
don't recall.
son.
I just found these in the,
My
going
one
through
son
some
and
old
his wife.
albums.
Oh, there was a time there when I,
Oh,
Jack is that Mary.
was that Mary Wilmer?
these
Very
Carrie, I said, Carrie, give me some
Oh, here's a
pictures
better
to take.
picture of it down
She's
here.
put these
Yeah.
pictures on a copy machine. Didn't they come out good from
Is that what they are? Their
photos?
copy?
Yeah, they just from a copy
That is
machine.
great, I didn't realize
Somebody
that.
shot.
But I went
I
out
know
to
it's a little ice water. It doesn't hurt. They
Bonnie
did
and
this
Ronnie
last
way
year.
back
They
when.
were
Remember?
room, and they were
67?
kind of neat the way
Oh,
they did those.
Here was your
That
grandpa's
was in our
brother
house in Milwaukee.
and Aunt
Oh,
Catherine.
really?
That's Bonnie's mother, and that's
Dennis,
Uncle
the gentleman you
Eddie. I
met
think
just
you
there,
have to remember
and
him.
all the Stephan kids.
I can't remember the year.
He's
When
mine.
did your dad die? What year?
Bonnie,
Yeah.
Bonnie, come here a minute. You gotta
When
see
did your
this.
dad die, Bonnie?
About 7 years.
Yeah, I went to the.
Wait, he
all the
died the
headstones,
year before
everybody.
yours.
Oh, you got it.
You know, I haven't seen that. I never saw that one.
Dad died what month?
What?
Your dad?
83?
At Tom's house.
Oh my God.
First year that we worked there.
How hysterical.
It was that year.
Got a hold of that?
How
Hold
many
on.
years did they
Have a hold.
play in that tournament?
How funny.
Okay.
Thought they said it was their 9th or 10th, and I bet it was their 9th this year. They'll do those. Oh, next year they're gonna have circle division. I bet it was either 9 or 10 years ago.
That's
82?
been married. Omar, or whatever it was.
It could have
Well,
been,
he might have
no,
died in 83.
there were a number of them.
Oh,
There were a number of them.
I think they said it was 9 years this year.
Okay.
We wouldn't have gotten in about 3 holes out there and it hailed.
Oh, Oh,
You would have been hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been hurt.
You're right.
You know, Gil,
This goes back to about
when I was
1967 when,
at your dad's
Ronnie
funeral,
and Bonnie are over at my
John had
place in
died,
Milwaukee.
and your
Or
dad
no,
just died,
Jeanette
and he
Bud
said
were
to
there.
me, "I'm the last one. I'm just telling you, this will be the last time you'll see me, because I go next." In 1 year, you know, all three
You
of them
know,
died so close.
he wrote.
And he
None
was
of us
healthy then.
drink
There was
much
nothing wrong with him.
Remember?
He just felt my two brothers are going. I'm going to be going right away. And
He sat and he took things in the house and put notes on to me and to Mom as to what he wanted done with this when you bury me.
Oh, my God. Hey, Vaughn, look at here.
You know, it's like you're saying. He had a premonition that
He did.
it's his. You know, he's
Yeah.
the two are gone.
What?
Your,
Oh my
I was
God.
to see your dad in the hospital. I don't, yeah, you probably didn't know that, but
Oh, funny.
somebody was in the hospital that I knew, and also your dad was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And when I went to see him in that hospital, he was no good. He was, yeah, you could see he was gone. I said, Billy,
And look,
they
yeah,
just-
look
I
what
could
baby
still see him,
looked like.
tears.
He is
Yeah,
a
baby.
Yeah.
I know he was
Baby.
gone.
Finally grown up, Ron.
I don't like that stuff. I
You
don't,
were horny then, as horny as you are now.
but he was. What's that?
He
I hope so.
never changes.
Who's that?
My horny husband.
Congratulations, Ron.
Well,
Look
I
at
really
him.
did that.
Say
That's
now.
a compliment.
Yeah, at our age, it's a compliment.
Bonnie, did you see yourself when you do the dance? You sure
You
yet?
got dance is coming up.
Oh,
Dance is coming up.
I do a dance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Ronnie got all over me because all they wanted to do was just have you sit on my lap. Jesus Christ.
I
What?
showed this to my kids and they X-rated it. So what can I say?
Oh dear.
See?
Oh, you big fat liars.
That's you.
You lie.
That's you. Now watch. Don't tell me that ain't you.
Where did I get those pantaloons?
I don't know.
There's sign. There was sign right
I
there.
don't either. That must have been the end thing in those days or something. I
Film
don't
doesn't
remember
lie.
that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Tom, have you just gotten to Milwaukee?
That's
Or
our.
you're
That's our.
going to leave? I can't remember.
Just got there, I think.
You just gotten there.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I was taking the picture. Now I was operating here.
I think I got you in there a couple times.
Yeah, well, watch her. I mean, she slaps me here. Christ Almighty, a cousin should never do that to another cousin.
I think he's washing her fingers in her drink.
Next question.
No, Eileen had to get the ice out of her drink.
That's what I said. She was getting her fingers in washing her drink.
She can't stand anything that waters down the booze. Them ice cubes.
Where were we here?
Brookfield.
My house.
Yeah.
Our house.
Yeah.
Brookfield.
That well,
Si, look at yourself. You haven't got a gray hair on your head.
She wore it for 23 years. They were so bored in those days.
The reason they're great, y'all, is because of you.
That's right.
God, you're just-
There he is. See, told you I got
Now
you.
watch this here. See, now watch this here. I'm just trying to be friendly. I'm smoking a cigar here. Now watch her just slap me.
I
I just.
stayed at Tom and Eileen's house that night, didn't I?
Yeah, it was it's like a woman's breast. One was not enough, and three's too many. Yeah. They're like drinks, you know.
Well, that's
What?
what happened to him last night.
I got a little tank. That's all
I
right.
was telling
See
you.
here, Bonnie. Now watch this. All I was asking, bango. I got whacked. Poor young guy like me.
Oh, you took that out of the
That's it.
picture, huh?
Dumb.
Yeah.
Edited it out.
You must be in years ago because I got put everything that
Was
was
it
on there.
that bad?
That was good.
I was telling him, it's like you were saying, last night he tells us where to go. We didn't even want to go there.
Kinda
We went
happy.
there and say, place
Just for him.
Good
funny.
things
Show
are
up.
good.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, and then have the
That's
courtesy to
a
come
good-
over and say,
Did you get a chance to look at this?
No.
This is a book. It's really interesting because it tells how he first started this from the very beginning and how he
Well,
designed
it
it all.
says that he's the only executive
You know,
officer
I've,
ever had.
Yeah.
together.
Well, he started it all by himself. He just
Jeez,
decided one day he wanted to start a cruise
200
line. He went to Oslo to try and find
millimeters
people
going
that
all the
would
way
back
back
him
to
and
when
put up
they
the
first
money,
came
and he
out,
started
really,
Is that right?
from scratch.
1900s.
That's
And now I've
great.
got them all on,
Good for him.
tape, and I'm putting them all on CD.
You know, initiative like that's tough to
yeah,
come
I'm
by.
going to
Yeah,
narrate
and
them
he
all.
always had drive.
Because I
Yeah.
know all the characters on every movie all the way back. So now that's my very next project when the book is done. I temporarily stopped this to write the book because I figured it was more important to get the book written, you know, because once I'm gone, well, then it's too late. So
That's true.
Where you going, Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ron, you
that's
leaving?
too late.
Don't leave.
well, hopefully
leave.
not
Leave
for
it,
a
leave it
while
on
yet.
map, leave it on map.
Didn't you bring your picture down here?
Oh, it's out in the car. It's raining so hard. I didn't
Oh,
want to bring
you
it in.
ding dong. Go get it. Everybody's got to see it.
Mr. Ding Dong.
All right, Mr. Ding Dong. Go get
Cousin
it.
Ding
Cousin
Dong.
Ding Dong.
Cousin Ding Dong, you got to go get it.
I will. Is the rain
I want
stopped?
yes, stop. I want everybody to see it. You won't believe it. I mean, this is Indiana Jones himself.
Yeah, I wanna see that
This
too.
is Indiana
Damn right.
Jones. You won't
All right,
believe
I'm
it.
going to leave this right here
All
where I
right.
was reading it.
All right, go
Borrow the key from my
get it. All right, okay.
When you open, just open the door on the driver's side, 2 clicks, then push the button.
You know, I'm
back
always
and
in the
lock
mood to
back
get
door.
drunk today.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Huh?
that'll be the day.
If you don't, that's all right.
When you,
You walk out, there'll be no seats
When
left
you-
in the car.
It's not a General Motors car.
when
I
you
can tell
unlock
that.
the car,
Say, tonight when we go to dinner,
That's right.
if you
I'll
unlock
take
the
that
truck, you
big
may
mug and
unlock the
fill it
car
up
and not
again.
know
That'll
you
be our
Yeah.
dinner drink.
I had a
Okay,
glass,
turn the
this
keys.
big glass,
Driver's side,
margarita,
2 clicks.
4 kinds of rum,
They-
fruit juice and
Funny,
stuff.
Ron.
And I never had a headache
Doors
from
open,
it.
doors
Sure.
locked.
You pull on the lever. and-
Huh? I never
That's
had a
my
headache.
brother.
What I was going to do.
This
Yeah,
way.
That
yeah,
You want a
Stephan.
jacket? Jack?
That's getting quicker.
You
Boy,
should
it
have
beats
Royal
the heck out of
Caribbean
me.
cruise lines.
I have walked around 3 or
He
4
started
times
at
before I
cruise
find out where I'm
lines
at.
from scratch, and he
Just-
started
Just
all-
go left until
Not
you see
everyone
the
shares.
elevator.
What's this? Well, that's just Coke. All right.
Hey,
Where does he live?
stop
Florida.
that.
Well, in Florida.
Hey, well, that's kind of revealing.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
But really, you can see right through those.
Well, we're not looking.
Yeah, we're all family, what can I say?
How many does he have? How many ships does he have?
You want,
That's 7 now.
you want a blanket? I got a blanket in the car.
Largest in the world.
Really?
Last two are the largest in the world.
Those are the 2 I haven't been on yet.
Where does he live?
Majesty in the Florida.
What part of
Well, have you been
On
going
land.
on this
That's
boat?
Yeah.
How was that?
I think we've been on 3 with the Royal.
Love to go
Then we
meet him.
tried
We're gonna be in
Star
Orlando in
Princess
December for
one
about
time.
7 days.
Oh, yeah?
Never again. Went to Alaska
What are you going
last.
there
Disney
3 or 4
World.
last.
Oh,
We spent a few
Terrible.
hours going to
You
Kennedy
didn't like
Center.
the trip or the
Diane
boat?
and I.
The boat was terrible. Trip was
Bonnie,
beautiful.
Dennis
Oh,
wants to
terrible.
go on one of these
Just-
cruises.
just,
What can
no
you do?
service,
Contact
no
anyone?
rent.
Sure. Yeah,
No
oh,
service.
yeah. If you want to go on
Service
one
was
of
the
those
worst.
cruises,
No.
Nothing.
Royal Caribbean
And I lead Plymouth to the hill. I mean, she told me she had a bad leg, and they wheeled her up there in a wheelchair and got her on the boat. She was playing plenty good,
Well,
but just a bad trip.
Dennis, this is a whole
No
history
food.
of how he went to Oslo,
Service was very
Norway to get the money to
nothing
start
like
this Caribbean
the-
line. It's interesting.
Yeah, it
so
really
he
is.
started. How long ago did he start it?
68.
68.
1968. It says here's here it says he
We're
went.
gonna go again
We're
in
going
January. We
on
have
the
67.
New Mexican cruise
Couple, 3.
that goes out of LA, right
Well,
after
you
the
probably
holidays. with
won't
all
like
the
that
kids.
either if you're, you know, if what he says is the case.
What?
He said he was on the Alaskan cruise and
Uh-huh.
he said that the service was just terrible.
Well, but doesn't it depend on,
The cruise line.
because I've never been on one where the service was bad, I
Oh,
can't imagine.
okay, no, so that wasn't anything to do with Royal Caribbean.
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say,
It's
oh,
looks free.
They have a ship that goes up there.
I know, but
Oh.
they didn't have it when we went.
Okay.
Okay, see, Tom,
okay.
I've never been on any cruise
What's
except
this
his cruises. And anyone
That's
I've ever
Stephan just
talked to
stepped out.
says, if you ever go on his Royal Caribbean, and then you go on another one, you'll be disappointed, so disappointed every time. And if you haven't tried another one of his,
Right.
you'll think it's fine. But if you go on his
We're
first,
spoiled.
then you'll be so
Well,
unhappy.
his secretary, his current secretary, said,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, this is good. I went on it. It was great." We called her up and said, "No, it was
Not
lost.
great, huh?
Not great."
Whose line was it?
Star Princess.
Oh.
It's on.
I went on the Norwegian
I don't think
cruise.
I'd ever go on any of the Princess cruises.
This is
In
your-
Seattle.
this
That's
is your-
2205 West.
The
We,
second one from the corner.
Yeah. it's never looked so good.
No, that's right. Kind of looking at it because it. Not only is it different colors.
We slept in the basement
I don't
thing.
recall if there was this.
Oh yes, that was there.
That's your,
And
that
the
is
steps
your
are still at an angle.
My brother.
Have you gone on some cruises on Eddie's
I-
lines?
Not Eddie's,
I remember
no.
sleeping
You haven't, huh?
The NCL in that.
New Year's Eve or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Our parents-
I told-
I Always
told
called
my
her
boss,
Alice Clark.
And this,
the chief
sunroof
executive
here
officer
is-
of
was
the
an unhindered
RCC.
That's right. And they opened that all up now.
Yeah.
It's
Because it wasn't our house. too.
That's right.
Some deal hooked up with
Right.
Oh, yeah.
with the other.
And they've done a lot to the house.
Because, you know, you can't afford to buy any of those cruises at retail, they're so expensive.
Oh, no,
You gotta get
They're
good
good
deals.
deals
That's right, we had a
They're
help.
great deals now.
Right.
I would have.
That's correct.
I would have been proud.
You got a good memory.
Well, you know, if you ever wanna go on a cruise, you just give Ed a call.
Yeah,
And,
mine was in the front.
they will,
Mother's and dad was
they
halfway
will
back.
put you
Gil was
on
in
at
the
a
back.
time
Which is the dorm. That's where Gil was. The kitchen was right
Well,
Did it
below.
look like that?
yeah, they can push out for their cost.
It had a little-
He never gives you free tickets, but he gives you tickets
off the
for
hill.
a fortune
And back.
their
And it
cost.
was breaking down when we were there, so I can see they ripped it off.
That I don't remember. This
You
part.
pay your airfares, they even have reduced airfares.
And that's
So you can go on a cruise
With blue windows, if you remember.
for the price.
Flew around the
You only do
windows.
that when the boat isn't full.
These are all.
So you're on,
Yeah.
in other words, you'd be about what, a week notice probably, something like that?
Probably
Well,
one of these Scots.
you wanna set it up a couple months in advance, and then you can call them every other week and see how it's looking.
Correct.
And
Under the
usually you
end.
can tell well in advance whether it's gonna be filling up or not. Sometimes it's boarding up, you don't know until a week before.
Their upstairs
But
apartment.
generally speaking, they can assure you of upper back.
17 hot water.
The newest ones are
That's
the
correct.
that came
That's
out.
the only,
Much clearer.
port of
These
call,
are some of the old
Miami?
pictures you can't expect to come out.
Right.
clear 'cause
is the only port of call Miami?
Look at, they are still pretty clear.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Yes,
That's
they all go
still,
out. Well,
these are
there's-
current pictures.
Because you know, they bought another line now, so
What,
they have
the
some
line
of.
that they buy?
House
Did
to house.
Bob-
We were
what
all,
did they buy?
you know, the same
Commodore?
age and really-
That's where Eddie used to work.
He was
Good
working
camaraderie.
out
What did they buy?
And that's her place at Castle Place.
Yeah.
Well, they
That's
bought
Bonnie's
another
place at
cruise
Castle.
line.
Yeah, I remember that. But now you
I
say that
remember it now. I
the
can't
house
think
has
of
been
the
moved?
No,
But
you was
anyway,
moved
they
down
have boats
down
out of
below.
LA
Oh, I
and
knew
Long
that.
Beach that go down to
That's up
the
above.
Mexican Riviera.
Alaska too?
In fact, I can remember
I
Yeah.
really.
Bonnie Stephan.
I don't
his
know.
house, and that's
I
when
can't say
Rudolph
for
the
sure.
Red-Nosed
I
Reindeer
know
came out. You had
He
that
could get us out on the last
45
cruise.
record.
Oh,
Because he
really?
doesn't connect his, they have reciprocal cruises
Probably
with
don't
other
remember
lines.
Yeah, is this since they
But we
painted it
just
blue,
never,
was this taken
Bonnie never
recently, or
wanted
is
to
that
go to
a
the
I
long
last
time
remember
one.
ago?
last time. It looks like it's probably a recent picture.
I would like,
Because I was just
Blue
talking.
and it is blue.
Oh, I'd love to
Yeah, I
go
was
to last
talking-
Dennis and I were thinking about going
I
to
remember
Alaska
going over here.
this time.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only state I haven't been in. I've been in all of them
Tom's house.
many times, except only once in a while.
Screws me around.
We went up to
Probably
the Arctic,
white
my son and
blue
I,
trim.
Right,
oh,
right.
many years ago
And
now.
that,
We went
what's
on
about
a
that's
hunting
in my
expedition
dish, I
up there.
remember.
And I was the guide,
This
believe it or
was-
not.
In fact,
We didn't
you
take
probably
any
had
guides,
some
we
at
just
your house.
Did
did
you
it
run?
ourselves.
You had a sun porch.
Bonnie said you come over here and hunt
Probably
doves.
here,
Yeah.
Because I know
I
ours.
used to hunt doves.
This
so
was
much.
a lot of
You
time.
don't,
It's
you don't
getting
know.
bad now.
He's an avid.
Those are pictures of
No, I didn't know
your dad's
that.
little house.
He has got more
I have
than
the cutest picture,
Oh,
and when I get
He's
home,
got
I'm gonna get flown out and send you
$200,000 worth of
Was
guns.
so mad
I
at
don't think-
Well, then he's gotta read my book
Last
there,
minute
it's all full of
invite,
hunting
it's
and
got
fishing
He's
stuff.
got
Everybody in the-
AK-47s,
but,
3 or 4, he's
Bill.
got machine guns.
Miss
he's
Madison,
got
I think
everything.
There it is, that's the one.
Tom,
That's the one. Okay, that's the one I was gonna try and
Yes.
find.
open the safe
That
and
is
show
so
around in your
cute.
gun,
Yep,
please.
it is.
That is so cute.
Well, he
How forlorn.
carries on when he goes
He's
up the
got
road.
one under the front seat, he's got one on the back seat, he's got one in the briefcase, he's got, and he, I tell you, if he's got one, he's got 250 foot.
No, you exaggerate.
I never seen so many guns. Christ, it looks like Remington Arms or Browning.
What engineering are you in, Ron?
What do you carry that in your car?
Yeah.
45?
No, 9
You
millimeter.
have to
Right.
get talking to
No,
some
no,
of
no.
these people, you find out why I'm where I am.
He's got more goddamn guns.
Yeah.
When I retired, I did nothing but just do.
Now, which one's it?
Shoot.
That book.
You need,
yeah,
you
yeah,
need a
picture
permit to
of
carry these in your car?
Probably.
You don't have one.
We all
I've
grew up
often thought of doing that,
So the 10 clip?
but I've never even had anything
14.
close to it,
14.
to an incident, so I just never got around to it.
He's got more guns I ever seen.
Do you hunt a lot too?
Pheasant. In fact, I was shooting pheasants in Minnesota on Tuesday of this week at 5.
No kidding.
Yeah. Played golf in the snowstorm this week up in Minneapolis and drove out here.
I'll be there.
Tom, you've got a little larger than a
No,
little larger.
thank you.
A little
I'm
larger.
300 pounds.
Are you really? Yeah, you're about 150 pounds larger than the last time I saw you.
That's fine. It's all paid for.
All right, now, who
Are
took,
you really 300
these
pounds?
are your,
Oh, are you?
275.
Did you
He's
take
got
this
me by
recently?
45.
Oh, because I was gonna say it's blue now.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I just took these within the last month.
Yeah,
You
'cause
should've
see, I
seen
saw
it
this last month
last
too,
night,
when we
you
back
said.
for our reunion,
I
now
said-
that it's painted blue.
Gilly, would you mind turning that off?
I went to go get Randall's. I thought you went to Randall's.
Sick from that condition like that. Thanks, appreciate
So
that.
funny.
It gets.
I want-
You went, didn't your sister go to East?
For a while, I went to East for one semester too,
Oh,
and
I
I
got
hated
East
it.
in there.
But
Didn't
I
Billy
hate
go to
same
Lincoln?
problem,
He
Even,
was
you
doing,
know, in the summertime, as soon as somebody turns the air on.
Didn't they go to Lincoln for grade school?
Oh,
Start
yeah.
sneezing right
Maybe
away.
we did.
Well, Central.
Probably did.
Something said I got Lincoln in there too.
I like-
They're all good old theaters that used to have all the fun.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't wanna
the
see
Orpheum
the
Theater,
refrigerator.
Saturday afternoon.
I want to see
Yeah.
the
Or whatever.
I hunt and fish all summer. It's not so
You
much fun
hunt?
fishing, I fish all summer.
Oh, you gotta look at my book then, because we got some fantastic pictures in there.
In this book here?
Yeah. No, the one that your wife's looking at.
And then next one you put it
Well,
in.
here, talk about them here, let me show you, I'll show you one.
I like
Ron, you graduated from School of Engineering?
Yeah.
That's what you do.
mechanical.
Yeah.
At the University of Wisconsin.
Did you too?
Oh, Wisconsin or Milwaukee?
No, Wisconsin.
No, Wisconsin, Madison.
Madison. I graduated from Marquette,
Oh, you did?
civil engineering.
I'll be darned. Well, you got it.
I got pictures, I want to show
I'll show you some.
pictures.
You need more, Gil. I got mine too. I got a big one.
I'm gonna show Riley some pictures.
Yeah, Owens Valley, it's right by
Yeah,
Fishing.
Yes.
he did, he designed that.
This is your book, that's from
What
what
is
it
it?
says.
Find this picture. Try to take a
You
look.
should show those to Rich.
There's the
Well,
bar.
tell them who the players
All
are.
right, I'll take
You got some stone foxes in there. I'll guarantee you that.
This is,
I'll just show you mine.
We may have.
this is some fishing pictures, with some fish, Dennis, that's on there. This was, I was working in the,
I don't know, it must be my Alzheimer's.
booth for the Wisconsin Consumer Finance Association at the teacher
But
forum.
I can't.
Bonnie, this is the same dress you were wearing at that party.
Now here.
You're right.
Ron has a award for 23 years.
W.
These are all-
You gotta know whether you're wearing your panties or
This is
not.
my Dennis.
And that's
And we
Carolina.
hunt together, this is a trailer we had up north, there's a deer that, yeah, I think that's the one I shot. No, that is Jerry shot. Jerry is an
That's
All-American
myself.
football player at Whitewater in that any thing
That's
here.
Terry.
And he's the coach
Both
of
of us are
West Division and Marshall High School football teams in Milwaukee. Marshall now. Real good,
That's
real
Terry
good
and
guy.
Missy.
Here's a deer I shot.
Yeah, that's a nice, that's a nice picture.
There's a, wait till I show you another one I shot.
This is.
This is
my
the
brother
dentist,
used
this
to
is
want
my
to
son-in-law, this is the plumber, this is the vice principal of the high school.
Yeah.
This is our place, we're inside our place up there, the son's kids, and everything is one of our deer hunting schools.
So you have
This is my
a,
daughter
like
Debbie.
a summer
And
house up
she
there?
was
Yeah,
a national
Summer
third
cottage, is it
grader
called?
Yeah.
and wanted to
And
carve
this-
her
this-
from
this is-
the phone, and here
this
I
is
am
some of
in
it,
the 50s,
this
and
getting
I
them out
lost
here?
Skin them out, yeah, so mount the,
her.
mount the head.
Yeah,
And then
that was this
these
year's-
are pictures of
this year's
myself
50s.
and
She,
skinning it
mean,
out, I
overall
know,
points in the 50s,
boring
that's
with them,
where
but that's the
she's
deer.
overall
That's-
all of
that's-
it.
Hi, where's 3096?
Oh yeah, right, how you doing?
You're looking good. 3096 is Stephan's, and I said, We're gonna have a bad time on the
That is my daughter-in-law and her mother. See that?
This is my mother, Shirley.
Hi,
My
Shirley.
wife,
Hi, Shirley.
Well,
And
Amazon.
You've been here
I've met
before.
her.
It's been a long time.
To this casino.
Yeah, that's Dennis's wife.
Last night.
That's Dennis's wife. That's
You were registered.
Oh,
Why, did you play
Guess
cards
what?
next to her too?
No, we tried to get a hold of you last night.
She
The
didn't
room
know
wasn't
lights
registered in
went off.
Dennis's name. It's registered in your name.
Yeah, she takes care of all the business aspects.
Oh, okay.
and I always put my name on everything if I take care of it.
Jesus, how long did it take?
Bonnie,
that thing
it
to
takes
go
a
away?
half hour. I
6
found the
months
outside
before I
door and
went-
it's
I
raining
went to
like
the
hell,
hospital.
so I get the picture late.
I could hardly move.
Oh, that.
Oh, yours is your.
I thought I
He's
broke
got a
something.
great future.
I bounced
did
something.
get a
I
nice
said,
design.
Just like
"You
Indiana
got them
Jones.
shoes, it was
I said,
snowing."
well, we
We
got
got we'd stop up and say hi so that we didn't
Yeah,
go
oh,
around.
it's good. Oh, it's so fast to be-
No, she is. It's
Hi.
right back.
Hi,
You got a strip section in there.
Her brother,
Where's Don?
the founder.
Did you want some
Oh, yeah,
property?
Here, this is Canada.
Oh, he's
Right
down
there.
there.
This is-
Yeah.
that- yeah, you wanna see this other
Yeah.
side?
Yeah.
Put a nipple on it.
He is the largest fisher.
This is the Dennis, that's my
Yeah.
son-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he get family
This
members?
stuff
Yeah,
north
I
of
told him.
Wisconsin. This is
Yeah,
Dennis.
I was just kidding.
That one,
I
Canada,
thought
Wisconsin.
Back city.
Of course not.
I told her to call.
What time is it now?
Well, how big is our family? Let's.
And here, here's couple of geese got
Oh, so that's been like we did
It's like
neighbor
great
all
dog.
place.
So they do
This
cruises,
picture here.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
now, just in the last 4 years, I started to go.
These were guns
Europe?
that came back from World War II. Yeah, that was only shell staff. But
So they're taking out all the
only shell staff.
But this is,
Brought them guns back.
wait, this is down here.
Pictures? Live right across the street from us. Yeah, her family. He played on the Wisconsin football team and
Right.
live right across the street from us.
And that has to.
Well,
I remember that.
You're my
That's
guest.
the brother. I didn't see that.
You can see that, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's brand new.
He's a doctor. you
Good,
know,
I'm
he
glad to
was-
hear that.
Yeah, he does. Do you sing?
No. Depends. If I drink enough, maybe I will.
And he looks the same. Did the girls want something?
Yeah.
There's some.
Well, look who's here. This is Sunday.
This guy here? Daddy, you want to find out?
You got a lot of money
Daddy's
there.
sick.
Do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
I went to the whole casino looking for you guys.
I just trying to have them. That was the good girl.
Oh, Dan, you're out of beer? You got another one?
It's all full of beer on the bottom. These are not out of beer. Don't tell me that. All kinds of beer and
Don't drink. Yeah, we did.
I give it up.
That's a golf capitalism. They're about $16.
Hi, I'm Ted. I'm Richard.
And I'm Diane's
Hi.
Here's
Have
the
you know
last
Diane?
Hi, Diana. Richard's youngest son.
First, I'm Diane, I'm Dennis's wife.
That's Ted.
I'm Ted.
And I'm in the water. I met Ted Robin in the hall.
Yeah, you
Hi,
guys.
hi, nice to meet you.
Where are you guys from?
That one.
That's a nice.
That was a 16-pointer.
That'd be a nice
You're Sacramento.
I shot that.
Part of LA?
See, honey, I'm not the only hunter from my family.
Handsome.
Whose are these now?
This is the
where
tavern
was
where I.
It's
about 8 miles from where you're
Down south of LA, right?
Julia Lake. There's a 16-point buck I shot.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Bonnie was talking.
I worked,
That's
built a
me
$20
with the
million
mustache.
Marriott hotel.
I wasn't allowed to grow a mustache.
We were South Coast Plaza.
Yeah.
Well, what was this? Another second one? It's not as bad now.
About 2 or 3 blocks.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I know that.
Can I show this one? We're up on the lake and
Well,
It's over
fish-
your
You know what, Lake?
yeah, it's the first.
No,
Are you
what you see
familiar with
Pine
this
Lake,
guy? Are you familiar
I
with
know
this guy?
Pine Lake outside
That's the
Milwaukee.
guy.
You
Ever heard
Right.
of it?
Right.
This is
All right.
this is where the
What do you
Wolf
think?
River comes out of.
This is.
Pine Lake, it's in Forest County, 225 miles straight out. That's the headquarters of the Wolf River. Now, these guys.
Where was
here,
this taken?
they were
When was
dads-
this taken?
Huh? This was taken at your dad's.
That's my dad's picture.
It was your
When?
dad's, it was your dad's.
Yeah, watch that.
So-
Answer was something like.
Was it- Did he have a 65th birthday that we would have went over there? Or
Could have,
60th?
could have.
Or- That's Jack, that's your dad.
65th birthday over at John Stephan's house.
What birthday?
65th for John.
Just want to see Bonnie.
Oh.
What type of talent have you been doing for these?
It's your talent as a
This is
homemaker,
Tom-
wife,
this is Tom
career
Skinner
woman,
and
community
Tom,
leader.
you're
Do
Cindy,
something like
you're-
that.
But
But
you
you
have answers something.
That's the
no,
one
you just have
where
interviews
Tom
where
Skinner
they
just had
ask you all these
Ran out of
things.
whack.
I'm a motivator.
19th of October. Little boy, David.
So you're a grandpa?
I turned 50, I started speaking.
3 times. 3 times. 2 by Cindy, 1 by Timmy.
Saying, you don't know what you did for me. You can do it, I can do it.
That's why I got the beard, Richard. I'm supposed to look the part.
It was tied in the fourth quarter with Indiana.
There was nothing when we heard it. What was the score time?
0-0. That was in the first quarter.
Spend your whole life doing
Did you
for
go down and
everybody
bet on
else,
it?
and now is your
Yeah, I
time
did.
to do all the things you always wanted to do.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that.
thank you.
Now this is Tom. This is Tom's daughter. And that's her husband.
Tim,
Who's
but
this?
then not her.
This is
I mean,
his
they have four of them.
ex-daughter-in-law.
Oh, Gina.
His granddaughter and his son.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, four of them are
This
hers.
is his.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah,
You're
four
gonna
of
watch
hers.
this guy someday. He'll referee in the NFL.
These are mine.
He'll be an NFL.
My daughters. These are my
That's my namesake. That's Junior.
Here,
They're all
just to
mine.
show you that I did go to school and I did graduate.
Did Ted see those?
This is
Bonnie?
another daughter.
Bonnie!
This is my son and his wife.
Ted, did you see those pictures that Bonnie's going through right now?
And
No, I haven't.
Why don't you
These
get
are all Missy.
with her so you
Melissa.
get the
this is
electric.
Missy and Carrie.
It goes along with it.
Yeah.
Cirilla, I
Two
didn't mean
daughters,
to
my two youngest.
saddle you there with a whole afternoon.
That's Carrie.
Oh, no. Every now and then I pick one out and I'm showing these people, different things.
Here's your mother's.
You didn't have to look at all those.
No, they're interesting.
You know, the nice thing
You
about
can
them
see
is
the
are the labels, you
Could
know.
you see, right, so I know when they were
That's the
taken
point.
and who it
That's
is.
why, you know,
Couldn't you see
you ought to
Danielle
get your
looking
husband
like
to
that
do
one
the
day?
same thing in these books. You ought
Comes
to
over
label
my
all
accent,
these.
goes
I
over
know.
my-
She won't even
Those
let
are
me
such
keep this in the
fun.
house.
Those are
Who's that in the middle?
These are
Who's
all
it?
Caroline.
Why won't you let you keep it in the house?
And she likes her own.
Who's this dad?
These are all
That's Jack and Dickie's
So
dad.
all of them are
That-
gone?
This is
all
Grandpa
four of my
Stephan and
daughters.
this is
In fact, I
Uncle
have
John
four
and
daughters.
Uncle
All four
Eddie.
were Miss
That's
California.
Those are his two brothers.
All
Yeah.
four daughters were California.
Dad was the oldest, and that girl and Annette.
That's right.
All four of her daughters were Miss California on time.
Here's
And this is my
here's
son. I have a boy.
the son Dino that'll be here
And
today.
that's his wife.
Graduate Marquette University High School. Here's a few.
And this is
few
another
shots.
Stephan brother.
Oh,
That's my
isn't that
brother
nice?
Bill.
How about
That's
them
my
babies?
mom.
Oh, those are all nice bucks.
Here's your
And my
here's the
sister's
show
daughter,
that
son,
that's
of course,
grandma
Stephan.
grandma's
This-
grave.
That's Missy. That's this one here.
Gilly, where was this taken? Is this up
And the
at
only one you
Pine
don't see a
Lake
picture
too?
of there.
That near-
When I grabbed
Oh, and
pictures
your
of
dad's
the last
buried right
year
next to
real
it.
quick, I didn't
That's
have
right.
one
Here,
of
here.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
That's
And I
Northern
see one here
Wisconsin,
at the
isn't it?
stable. So
Yeah.
this is the one dog.
Well,
you know,
those
the
almost look like whitetail.
Yeah, no, that whitetail. but
They
that's
have whitetail in Texas.
This is
Yeah.
the one dog you don't see.
Those are
Is
way-
that
Picture.
right?
That's Stephanie.
Of course, that state
And
is
she's
so
the
damn
oldest.
big,
Boy, she's
they've got everything.
You damn
And this
right
is
they
next
are.
to her. Then is that
Her husband. Mm-hmm.
It's got a mustache.
Yeah, he looks like her. This is Ed Stephan, my brother, the one.
But-
with
but
the
Gilly
sons.
was-
And he
was
has
planted right
a
next to
young
his
wife
mother,
and
wasn't
two
it?
children.
Your dad?
He's in-
Yeah.
Right, right next to Lena.
Yeah.
That's all in this pictures here.
You see all these
But
pictures?
she was a tally, Jack.
And
in
this is
between
my
there.
dad, who's
Now,
the
here's
second
some
and
of
my mom, and this was their last picture
History
taken
there.
before
He
my
looks
dad
so
died.
nice.
In fact, I have another
So
picture.
here,
of her
here,
now.
here, this is your dad. Now,
And
this
this
is
is
your
kind of
mother.
fun. This is
80.
91.
This is the
Yeah,
one
me
we had
one
for
day,
your mother.
so-
I remember
And,
that.
and,
from Florida. The year before,
I
I
mean,
won the car and everything, so she said,
I
"Mom,
have
the hell
I'm
up in Madison Club. What the hell's
So
that
the
thing
next year I
called?
went to
It is
Phoenix,
Madison Club.
California,
It's
to
Madison
Nationals,
Club.
and then she said she found me.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
her 80th
so
birthday.
that was real
And Bob
Your
MC.
daughter's
that-
boss.
Remember Bob MC?
All of- yeah.
I just had the one you saw with
I have none.
Holly. I see. When she was
This is
young.
the two of them together
I see.
again.
And that,
She looks quite
this
beautiful
is
girl.
Oh, yes.
Tom's
Doesn't he look
daughter
like Stephan?
and
Oh, they've got.
her
there's
husband.
Oh,
That's
spells it with
brother
two
Tom.
L's here, huh?
Okay.
I can't quite. Is that T-A-L-L-E?
Yeah,
Yeah.
these people.
Bonnie's mom and
I
dad.
guess that's the way I had it.
Tom's
spelled.
son.
Yeah, I had it spelled that way.
That's his ex-wife, Julie. And
And
what's
the
her name?
brothers had a lot of
Jennifer.
the
Jennifer. That's his
same names. They really did.
first granddaughter. There's another one.
Tom,
there.
you
Here's
took
your
all
brother.
these. I did the same
Yeah.
thing for all our relatives.
Good.
That's
I
a
figured
very.
that was more permanent than. Because you'd be surprised how fast those things disappear. You know that today,
You know
as
what?
soon
You
as the
just
church
think about-
stone
I don't
falls
know
over,
that they're
it's
looking for
taken
Miss
off and
Charlotte
put in the
O'Hara.
boneyard.
Oh,
They never
When
set
she
them
really
up
heard
anymore.
about it,
Well,
she
yeah,
just-
'cause they-
she's really
the
good
maintenance
actress,
problems
singer,
are just
and
ferocious.
she
They
just
can't
heard
afford
about
to.
it.
But,
Well,
you know, when you
they
think of it,
absolutely take another
that's
one, they'd already-
God, so immoral. They
Well,
sell them, they resell them.
When her
and
hair's
they keep
done,
the
I mean,
profits.
She could make a really good.
I have a
That's the
picture.
church,
I have. Listen, listen to this.
Very,
Holy Cross.
very practical
Like
people.
these,
Yeah,
like
listen to
these,
this one
can't
now.
you see
And,
that's?
and I know they would
Miss Charlotte
deny
O'Hara
that they do this,
in
but
those
I've got a
pictures.
picture of Holy Cross
Yeah,
Cemetery in
so,
Milwaukee.
she really
The two
would have
pictures
done
are
well,
50
and
years
she's so
apart.
good. She said, I think I
And one,
missed
you
my
know, in the old
home.
days, everybody had a headstone. I mean, a fancy
Oh, yeah.
one, you know, and
Every
everybody
outlaw,
had
I sold it.
pictures
I don't know
out
if they
and whatnot.
kept, but they
So I've got a
absolutely
picture
said that
taken
they-
of this one
they checked
series of graves with
like
all these
thousands of
tombstones in the
women, and they
background.
all
Another
had
picture
money
taken
for
50
speaking
years
part of the
later.
picture, but
There's
no
only like one
Yeah.
here,
So they were
one
still
there, and
looking,
one
but
here,
by the time
real
she called
substantial.
back,
All the rest of them are
she said
gone.
that. I tried,
So
yeah, I
they
kept
were-
trying,
They
it's
were
like,
all
is there something you can do?
stolen and resold and recut.
But,
I bet they recut some of those a dozen
When I
times.
saw those pictures,
Could be.
It's just
I
crooked.
know
It's
one of
just-
one of the
That really does
one of the
look like a
problems is
sterile
the maintenance costs in the cemetery.
I could picture, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
long
Just mowing
gown
around all that
as a
stuff.
young
Oh, sure.
scarlet, 'cause I can
That's why
Once
they
they
like
tip
to have-
over, what are you gonna do with
Scarlet,
it?
look,
That's why they like the low stones.
Yeah.
They can just run the lawnmower right over and
Right, right.
they don't have to mow around. It
Is
just
it all
cuts
the
their
same
costs
size
in
as,
this one.
They won't
scarlet?
run over those though. Those are a little higher than the
Those
average.
little grass ones that go in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But no,
Flush.
now they want them down flush with the
Yeah.
ground so they can mow right over them.
We've been really lucky, all
I've said in a few years, then those just disappear, and the grass grows right over them,
Which one?
and
She's
eventually
the
the
one
dirt
kind of
covers them, because I dug one
Is
out.
that where that dust to dust thing comes from?
Yeah.
That's not the ones that.
I figure something like
Yeah,
that.
Think
that's
about it.
that's it.
What the hell is it?
That's probably what they had in mind. but
What does it have any good in 300 years anyway? Who cares?
That's right.
Well, you do, because you're talking about church footprint.
Father Evil.
They
Yeah,
take
but,
away
yeah, I
all
know,
the
but
time.
they'll
Tomorrow
on
morning,
the
if you wanna
book,
go
they
with
won't
me.
necessarily
I'll go with you,
walk
but
crawling
how do we
around some
find the
old
place?
cemetery
We
looking
got a
for
little
a
time and I
headstone.
already checked it out.
Okay.
I should have known you checked it out.
Oh, I can
When
see
should
that.
I meet you?
Oh, yeah, you see,
20
here
minutes
I
to
have all
down
these
in
slides
Here she
and
is.
all these movies.
You wanna go to
And I was
front
just
of,
No,
in front of
we're
this
not
building
that
technology to advance
No, in
because
front
I
of the
read about
casino
all this stuff
Okay,
that
much
was
just
more
coming.
imagination.
So if you haven't seen movies that are already
the
60
casino building's
years
over
old,
there.
Because you
and I
got body
put them
on
on a video that's only got a 20-year shelf
20
life.
minutes
What
to-
am I gaining?
Yeah.
I'm losing,
You
really.
and I and Tom
So I just,
and
and I
Shai will
preserved
go.
them, they're all in talcum
Maybe
powder,
she
you know, and all
Master
preserved in
of
airtight
eight-time
bags.
This one.
So,
If I go at
uh,
eight,
CDs
way
are
I
out,
can,
except the
come back and
players
have
are
a drink.
about 23
No, I can
$300
gamble.
bucks, so I'm gonna wait another year or so.
Early start.
And
I
I'm
can't
trying to
sleep
put
in
them
the
together.
morning.
They've been
And
modeling also.
So you
right?
can put like
called
about
me
5 or 6
It
movies
says,
on
"Oh, I've been up
CD.
since 4, so it's time for you to get up."
It's
Well,
pretty
the
much
that far
later.
because, you know, unless you destroy them, they just,
Everyone in
just,
there is.
they're
So
close
just
to
numbers.
it's perfect.
Right.
Right.
Love like their own.
So I was real pleased that I didn't invest into this video,
Sure.
temporary thing, you know, and now we go right from the original.
Button here, Jack.
That's what they're doing at the library, I'm sure, you know, because of
Always stay there. And they're all each other's
Sure,
friends.
sure, exactly.
And then that's great for
I
access.
don't know where ever that
And now the Mormon Library in Salt Lake City,
was to do that.
you mentioned that.
You know, usually when someone marries someone, the husband doesn't.
Oh, actually, I was holding it
thinks
for it
his
to
wife
get
or her.
Didn't
Yeah,
you
his
mention the
brother's wife.
genealogy center in Salt Lake last night? Jack did?
But usually
Well,
because they're close, they don't.
They have like 28 million rolls of microfilm now in the vaults underneath the Wasatch Mountains.
That's exactly
And they're putting all that stuff on computer now into one enormous, it's gonna be the world's largest database.
I would believe that.
And
My husband
what it
is,
means
when
is
she's
that I
looking
can
at
sit
you
in my
writing,
bedroom at
that's the
home.
whole
Then what he's doing, well, portions of it are, but it's gonna take, they figure something like 25 years to put it all on database.
Everything that's ever
Because they
been
have
done
20
in the family will
million
go on
rolls of
to
microfilm.
laser
So it
disc.
has to be done manually.
So that
Because it's all
what
this
you will
English script,
have
German script,
is
so
one
you have
little
to have
thing, maybe before they
translators.
do
about-
this,
yeah,
this
and
thing,
they're
your
putting it
whole
all
life,
in
your
English, you
whole
see.
family's life can be in one
So,
box this big.
I have all kinds of friends. I'm amazed at the number of people
Forever.
that
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I found, we went there, 2 days we spent, I used to live there. In Sandy, which is a
Well,
suburb,
figure out, you're talking
suburb
about
of
the
Salt Lake
Mormon
City.
temple.
We went,
Ron was there, but Ron
I went nuts in there.
finds it better.
Why do they, why are Christian scientists so interested in genealogy? Is that the 12 tribes?
We better walk the graveyard.
I have to ask that question. Now, here's a library that's a block square and 7 stories high. It's certainly worth $20 million. And they have all of these researchers worldwide getting all this data
He's so
together.
into this
You know what the
genealogy,
seven steps, not that they want to be good citizens.
It's 12,000 for each tribe, isn't it? From 1,000 to 4,000?
like Leisure World.
Get to heaven?
They say,
Well, I don't know that much about it, but the reason is that the only way LDS person can get to heaven is if he is discovered. In other words, you have to be able to discover him and know that he lived
Everybody does. Everybody does.
through his
Old
genealogy.
movies,
You
all
bring
the
him in church and you put
newspaper articles.
the name and the genealogy on a card, a platter with two candles and a goblet of wine and a donation or whatever. Then they march that thing down the aisle and they have a ceremony from the altar. That soul then goes up into heaven, and that's the only way.
That's the way you're sealed, is that it?
That's or whatever they call it. That's the only way you get to heaven.
You're gonna give me.
So that's why everybody is obliged to as far as they can and save all those souls.
I have a post office.
It's all right, I understand. I understand. Some of my sons have that.
I never criticize that because they're doing all that work for me, you know.
That's a favor.
Everybody in the world has free access to that information. And just because of one work of their religion, that's how they go up to heaven. Well, it's so idiotic when you think about it.
I should try that for a change.
Well, it doesn't fit the way we live.
Well, but how could it?
Once you
Anybody think that here's Joe and here's Harry, and Joe's genealogy gets burned up by the and Harry somehow escapes, so then they go and find this, and he goes up to heaven, and Joe has to live in eternal hell
Because of Napoleon.
yeah. Does that make any sense? So,
Don't you think too that they use that
Some
to
people
get
get
rid
it.
of the
Believe it.
I got a brother.
Oh, there is.
She was
you're younger than her. Yeah.
for years. Every time I go in one of those
Born
places, I just
in well.
Oh yeah.
They show up with their
Oh, yeah.
with the black coats.
They also have yearbook and all this
very
yearbook.
nicely dressed.
Okay, well, I don't care.
Not loud,
See,
very
I'm
down.
Diane
You're-
Kane.
no, those people they're good people though. They're planners. They're planners, but so what? So
that's right.
you know, they're about generations behind the modern generation. They're still, you know, they're good. They're all good people. They're not loonies like our generation.
Your middle name is
today.
Kane too.
But you know that when you go there and I toured them, you as an individual, I as an individual, and probably 95% of the Mormons today cannot get into that tabernacle there unless you're way up in the top or somebody.
Oh, you have to belong to the church.
As a captain or somebody
You
like
better
that.
change your date.
That's right.
You don't get you cannot get married. Donnie and Marie, Marie Osmond, and Marie Osmond, when they were married,
Yeah.
their spouses
Did you
got
realize?
married in there, but you had to
You
be
got
way up.
it's so funny.
Or
This
you
is
know,
I
had something to do
I can
with
see
it.
Jerry's
But
doing that for Jay.
that-
I have friends that sold my condominium down in Puerto Vallarta. But the people that owned the condominium downstairs from me, Jack and Sharon
Well,
Burgess,
you have a
are
roll on there, no
from that city.
dating, alone.
And they had women's clothing, basically a bridal type of, and a great big shopping center that the church owns. The church owns
Timmy works for this company, so Timmy from engineers, so he does drink beer.
They're inviting Tom.
The Union Pacific Railroad, that's the only problem with the railroad, they got that heavy going.
But anyway, their son Brett got married to a gal who was a daughter of a Mormon bishop. So they got married inside the tabernacle. And later, they got divorced. And that bishop, using his influence, the hell they put that boy through, it's all financial. It's who pays off his debt.
Secondary
They finally just closed out the clothing store because they're going to church Jack was about 64. This is the hell of it.
Whatever.
None of Oh, no, just,
You know, do
it's all related, and it all has to do with money. What Jack says. Very different.
That makes sense.
certified for all that.
That's too bad. That make him as penurious as the Catholic
Single.
We went to
Fancy
restaurant.
Now that you
Salt Lake
got
City.
time.
No, hardly no drinks. Water don't have any.
I didn't know we Kansas.
Give me a double shot. You don't even know the hell I'm talking
Find
about.
out.
I had them cigarettes. I was smoking.
Rail herd comes 3 times a year, you know, and the guy just raises
The
all
people are getting up, moved, going like
And
this.
then Bonnie
Good
would
place to
go
live.
to the house.
Cigarettes.
Did you
Most
quit?
kept secret in the world.
Yeah, right.
Bus lady,
Five
very
Going back to
nice.
see if she's
I
getting
quit
it
about
wrong.
10.
Tremendous school system for young
I
kids.
don't think they got five.
I was moving our son Dean.
Economy
Arizona
is
State. I had to go
very
up 3
diverse.
floors. There was
Can't
no-
believe it.
Everything
And I
from
was
I can't either.
investment,
I
You
know
haven't
a lot
had
of
that,
now.
yeah.
Isn't it Montana?
radio,
You know,
channels.
you know.
I
Business
had
cigarettes, they're about 52, that's what I use. I took my over at the dumpster, I put them in there, and then I
Give you away there.
Yesterday.
You probably bought another 10 years of life for being.
How you doing
Yeah.
now?
Other maintenance.
My wife's still so.
They're having a tough time right now.
I
Make some more money
I think there are experts there.
Never been to
But it wasn't free.
No, I
It was free. You always want
Easy
to go
question,
4,000.
easy question.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's modern. E-bike.
He's the opposite, isn't he?
The second.
He must be sad.
That's
He must
the
be
biggest
sad.
thing I'm telling you.
I don't have a second.
Where do you play? Where do you play?
And I rarely
How's your
desert.
tummy?
Oh, yeah.
Your tummy?
They finally gave me a
Changing
gold
the
glove.
number one.
You know, 63 years of age, it's big.
Changing the travel rules. When you quit smoking cigarettes, you don't burn. Yeah, I mean, before, I was just
Well,
like,
at least
now
now, that's a good been a doctor.
I was there with my
Stop
daughter.
smoking cigarettes,
She used
so
to
I'm
take
really
my
sensitive.
daughter.
Fix my
Right.
heart.
They just go fast.
I mean, I used to be a real nerd.
That's the way they go.
So, stop
So then I just
cigarettes.
Change it.
I just
My guess is
So 36 years of marriage.
It was so funny because they went to bed at real late. I was still on the same machine.
I still say there's nothing wrong with liquor. I think, I really think there's such thing
They're all
as good for the body. I don't, not the excess. I'm not saying you don't want to take it out.
Read that on the paper today that they're putting tags on the wine bottles now that two drinks are good for your health, it prolongs your life.
Yeah, when I
Which is true.
I went to throttle down today, so I stay sober.
And
I
$1
don't drink
bills.
that much.
And both these.
Oh, no,
two-
last night you didn't make it to dinner.
That was, anyhow, I had 2 wines
On the
today.
$5
I saw that thing on 60 Minutes.
And so
Were they talking
I
about
had
the
lunch
grocery
there for both
I
sides.
mean, with all the fried foods and butter and all that stuff, that they have the least amount of cholesterol around the beef nut, but they attribute it to fresh meat, no frozen meats, no, all their meat has to red wine.
Red wine, yeah.
So
I was going
I
like
had
this.
2 red wines.
They're all
today. Well, they got fried beef and lobster for $6.95.
You're gonna lengthen your life.
No, I thought it was. Carrie, I did
He
Carrie,
feels
she
that the
went
business
$5.
Hey, you know what we have decided about dinner because we're not gonna get in unless we make reservations.
So that's what I was
Me,
thinking
I
to do.
know.
I
I
would
wanna
we'll
keep
take
home
a
at
poll here
400,000.
and see how far you wanna
That's what I
go.
can do.
I'll walk
Yeah,
down
they
there
have fine.
and sit down in that room that has the ribs and the chicken and the prime rib for $6.95 or whatever. That's
Yeah,
it.
But don't they have a lion, an hour and a half long though on Saturday night for that?
I won 600.
Well, that's what last night.
Where'd you tell
You
us to
tell
go?
me.
In
Well,
that
you
brew
were-
house to the
Yeah.
Come on, yes, but I walk halfway down the hall before you get to the there's 2
Everything
restaurants.
for me is free.
One is a high price restaurant, and one is a
Meals,
lower
anything's
price
free.
restaurant.
We came off the escalator, we turned around and went the other way.
You went to the paddle wheel down the front.
Yeah, that's what you're.
Yeah, that's what you told us to do.
Okay, that's okay, that's the buffet though. You were in the buffet.
No.
No?
Sit
Sit
down.
down, dinner.
Okay, well then that's where they have that
I'll
buffet,
print
it's
the
in the same
machine, I
place, I
won't
think.
pay more.
I'll go check it out though, and make sure.
You know, then this-
And
Because here's the other
If
choice.
it's fun, you
The
take money and
Hilton's,
throw it away, I'll sit
not the
and
Hilton,
watch it.
Harrah's has
You
got a
can throw it
fabulous
out,
restaurant.
money like, you know,
And,
it's
I've eaten there many
We
times.
could probably put down,
So it gives
it's
me
called a
a-
fist.
I said, but now-
Oh, I've eaten
Yeah,
there.
I don't know.
That makes
I
me
should
nervous.
say-
So
You
go
could
ahead.
probably
It's
have
all right, I'll go to the
a big
room.
round table.
I'll go to
Not
the
here,
room
right?
and
You're
throw
not
out
in
my
high price.
way,
We
and then
paid
you come
$16.95
back.
for a steak
Okay,
last night. That's not cheap in a lot
No, no, no.
I
That's
sat
top
down
dollar.
for the first
You
three,
you
$5,
should,
and
you
then
should
for the
have
second
you
three,
should have
$5,
paid
I
according to the
went
church.
More reasonable.
Boomtown
Those
We walked to Reno and all the
They're
viewers
probably
up there
making more
know.
money than I am.
Yes.
Yeah, they're probably.
Yeah, but you know, I get enough that I can.
Before we
She just takes it, she doesn't ask.
Bonnie is?
It was crazy. I just couldn't lose. Now,
Yeah, but she isn't playing $5 chips now, is she?
And I played.
And if she asks you, aren't gonna tell her.
$5 chips?
No,
I
I,
didn't touch a $5.
no,
I swear to
Bonnie, listen, listen.
God. I didn't.
I know that.
I didn't do that. I swear.
I told.
I don't even know where they are here.
No, but it's
I'll show you.
Tropicana when you want to play.
Yes.
Now that's what I
Yeah. But today, no matter what I played, or how long I played, I couldn't win for anything. I played dollars. I played dollars. I played dollars.
So the question is, what is the?
It's gonna be hard
That's
for
your
the
name.
table to
Right.
accommodate this whole.
That's
lot.
15 a
Well,
ball.
well,
You know, actually, you can
well,
get
well,
60,000.
Well, that's what we're trying to talk about right now.
Ron's in charge of that.
But I took it and finally I said,
Gilly's in charge of
I
it.
lost so much. I could play quarters. I
He
couldn't
doesn't
play
show up with
quarters.
me, so.
Then I went to play dimes.
What you did.
I couldn't even play dimes. I just needed to play.
It's the finest thing as I've ever seen.
No, I
Wasn't
didn't.
that
I
great?
was so discouraged after
And
the
I passed it out
I think I said to Bonnie, your cousin should have been an
So
admin.
who won?
He was an
That was
admin,
beautiful, really beautiful.
See, we want to, tonight.
Dollars are hard enough.
They
gotta get higher, right, when I
Sure.
Before they shoot us, you mean?
Oh, but wouldn't that be exciting?
You have no connection, but your old advertising buddies.
I mean,
I have all kinds of connections in all kinds of places, and I'm trying to get it through your thick skull. That's not
This is really
news,
fun.
and that's why they're
Ron
recording.
was so mad that first because I said, oh,
Now, if you would give birth to puppies
and
during the midst of a family reunion,
It
then it's
says,
news.
where are all your
Well,
W2 forms?
Why don't you see dog bites, man?
I don't know.
News. Man bites dog is news.
You,
What?
right, you spend all the money, you want me to take care of it,
Old
and I said,
friends.
"We'll send you something."
Remember,
He
in
has-
fact,
and
Bonnie
he texts
had
me almost died.
used to
We get a
send
letter
stuff
in the mail.
to him on a Christmas
It says-
card, and almost every
It
year
says Bonnie
there'd
was.
be a little article about we got just a little couple lines that we got a card from Bonnie.
$256,000 on our slot machine. They almost passed out this.
So
You
that's
could call me.
it would
I
print
can't know
something
what's
like
died.
that.
I didn't
In fact,
pay
she
a
died
cent.
25 years ago.
Oh, so he's got
And the other friends I have,
All I started with was $500, so people are raising all that is that I played for 2 days straight, just like this. I won or lost.
other real dear friends of mine, Marie Pulvermacher would be the one I'd say.
I know her.
Yeah, she retired.
Oh,
God,
yeah,
how
I
many
don't
years
think
You
ago?
wouldn't do that as a
She's
flag
related.
I always wondered.
She
See,
does.
if you kept
She's
track,
related to
you'd
Silk?
lost.
Sorry.
Because I thought
She,
sure.
You know, he's probably right. If they printed that,
If you had one of those
they would have
We
a
go
thousand
30 or 40
letters the
times
next
a
day.
year.
So usually
Every
they have
reunion,
five
every
cans
group
of
that, you know, had.
and advertising revenues are down, the papers are slow. They don't have room for that shit.
They kept track of
Okay, I'll tell you what you do.
I'm not going to anything.
No.
I'll tell you what you do. Do whatever you got in mind, but I'm not.
I think Jim has
I want
complimentary
you
rooms over at the boomtown.
just to put it to a few words. I'll see to it that gets in the paper.
Now, see, you.
Put it to a few words.
If,
Well, in other
when
words,
I
Write
sent
a
the
caption.
I was
This
hoping
is
they
your
would
caption
have
for it.
forget
This
guys.
is a caption.
In other words, left to right, there's 54 names. And then you want the words after that. Is that?
No, there's only 5 names. There's only 5
Ron,
right
I'm
here.
telling him about the thing that came back from the mail. It says,
No, I
in
think I'm getting in
1990,
there.
where
I do. I have enough connections with
$256,000 on
But
the
you
slot.
gotta put it to music.
He
You
and
gotta
his
put it to
accountant almost died.
Just put it to
But not
you,
that
what I'm
bad.
saying. That was-
I said, well, don't you have any
Well,
money too?
you took a lost carry forward,
Goes
didn't
through
you?
a guy like this, and out
But you
comes
got
a
to just-
W. I have a stack of W-2s,
We
and
shut
all
this in because
$1,000
Ron-
jackpots are over this thick. And she made $93,000 profit in 1 year on the slots in Vegas.
She really did.
Yeah.
She
But
wagered
that one trip alone, it was
273,000, made
$49,000.
$93,000.
Well, that's good, because you can offset the
I
loss.
never saw that time of it. That's the
He never
You
saw
take a
that.
lost carry careful with them.
Hey, Jack.
You keep filing a forward lost careful, right?
Have a little scotch.
Set up a dummy.
You got to just in case.
That's your brand. Once I got your brand there, right?
Well, they don't really. It's not so
Dick,
true.
I don't know what, I didn't know what kind of bird.
Anything first year started,
The
so
thing is,
and
if
so.
we could get it in there.
Nobody makes any money on the first year, you know, so
We'll
they
read it
God, this guy's
about it.
fantastic.
Cold Madison Factory.
No, he's good for everybody, like a friend of mine, I'm a
Do
decorator.
you know how many
and I'm
people aren't there
super-
anymore
And
that have
she
died?
said, you know, we just have to shock of our lives, we got to count that we paid something. $2,000 to do our
Dorothy and I
taxes or
were
something, it says we owe
classmates.
$6,000. I said,
I got all kinds of
money
connections.
back.
Well,
Tears, tears.
Kim
What a
just changed
difference.
or
And
Tom
this
just
was the
changed
day
jobs,
before the
so
file.
he couldn't
I
use
said,
vacation time.
call my guy.
Kim is just starting up her new
No,
plan,
yeah,
plan has a question
I
now.
might be able to take you.
The
Tell
mother
him I
Cartersville,
was fucking around with
Georgia,
her.
just moved down there.
She called him.
Beautiful, 4-bedroom
They got
house.
$18,000 back instead of going $26,000. Not only that, he went retroactive back 3 years and got money back.
That's
He said we just had a baby on Monday.
Can you
She went
imagine?
up.
I mean,
We
this
gotta.
guy they hired, he didn't care if we got any money back. He was
You
just
did
going
good.
raised and doing the thing.
You did very
This
well.
guy,
Then you
he
realize.
knows.
You and Gil
He
and
knows
the rest
just
of us.
how to the
Just
edge.
seen the album.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, he's in this. He knows just how he can go this far and still be legal and never get caught. Go right to the edge.
I wonder
He
what
doesn't do
Maureen
anything
is.
dishonest. And the one thing he says, never.
See, I'll see him next summer. I'll be with him next summer. We have our
He
classes.
said, then I can play the game to get,
Did you
see
go?
that you don't pay the taxes, but
Where'd
don't
you have it
ever
at?
lie on how much you make.
Nicole?
And
At
he
the
knows
Expo?
that if you're
Yeah,
ever
the night
hired,
before,
he
they
will
had
take
a
care of
night
the honest.
before
That's why
party.
we sent out the
Yeah.
sheet
Boy,
to
has he
update
saved
your
us.
family.
Oh, he has saved us.
Our-
Why don't you clue them in where they're supposed to have dinner and when?
They just have
Oh,
to know
not
the
that
trick.
good,
I
I
wanna
know.
go
No,
with
my
you.
kids
They
will
just
go
have to know all the
We're gonna
I'm a
lose.
salesperson.
Let's-
But anyhow,
You just,
Set
hey,
up-
you're that guy like this guy. You got, there's no option.
Would you-
my
would you
people
work
would
with-
do that.
with
Yeah,
her?
that's not that hard, so
The only
bad.
thing last year, in state tax was $200.
Travel.
Total.
Dick, my brother. And that's it.
Get to see my grandchildren more.
And they're the ones that want to help. They wanna get on-
Sometimes a good man can really save it.
Oh, that's a
Real
real
big
thing.
year or something.
Yeah, when you got those kind of.
Yeah, you live in Michigan, yeah?
I will check on what time they're going to the next hour. I will have told your dad.
There's a lot to
So
think
that you
about.
guys know
It's outside
when it'll
Michigan,
be
it's a
and where it'll
guard.
be.
We have to know about.
Have you worked it out with Ron? How
Because
far-
our business
I'm gonna go with
That's
you.
what we gotta have.
For
Really?
an hour, where we're gonna meet and what time. So if you want-
Are you gonna show up?
No, we come up.
I thought you said that.
Where is it? That's right next to
Yeah, right outside Michigan.
He can give a hard time.
As a means preserve.
Gil
I
had
trust
a
you.
few drinks.
It's a really nice
Excuse
area.
me, this guy.
especially for
I told him the story, you know,
raising
drinks are a lot like a woman's breast. One's not enough and three's too many.
So that one you might not eat tonight.
I want you to work this out.
I worked out in, I built Marriott Hotel right
I
there.
realize you're very, I feel sorry for you. We're really quite honest.
What a stupid question.
We are home in the United States, so as you travel, there's always something, you know.
That's like asking me where's Fashion Island.
It's not our largest house now.
Yeah, valet parking.
Starting a business.
You- I don't
Crystal Court.
Don't smoke.
Crystal Court?
They have a little bridge.
Is that across the street?
You gotta look at
I was down there a couple years ago. I built the Marriott Suites Hotel on Long Pond. It was right behind the Performing Arts Center. I stayed at every weekend I'd fly back. No, it wasn't. I loved it. I mean, I'm not trying to watch it for life. It's beautiful. I love most of it.
Sure. See,
Very close to where you at work.
Lots of easy to do. He didn't accept it. Whenever you like kids, let's go outside.
Pool and everything.
I think it will.
I
Remember Mother's Brother Bob?
So anyway, now we're gonna sell this land.
Oh, okay.
Stephen
So we decided to hotel.
I used to go down.
She lives right down there.
And there's Tim
My husband goes up to
What I'm saying is you'd be real smart to contact her. In genetics.
Always disagree.
And I
They love it.
She's doing a remarkable.
The best reception.
I started out when he got out.
If he would have stayed in,
I'd like to see it.
he
You
would
could
have
have
taken
it.
on vice president.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would have worked.
Stocktail.
And he's in one, and you just ran, but you were still
Jim
prisoner,
Well,
prisoner of war.
Jack
The
was
poor
in.
guy, he is not, he is not really adopted. His life was like this. He was not
Jack was in my class. That was a relative.
My
mom and dad.
No, we ran
I
into
could
that
do
all
better
those
than
years.
people.
I didn't know that. I thought-
Anybody, he did a meeting the other night.
Thought the smartest thing dad ever did.
Yeah.
He had, they,
I
he
think
was
I read
paying
anything
$70 a month rent. For about 20
But
years.
to me, the thought of Clinton.
Never raised the rent.
Most of us are too.
Of course, he did a lot of maintenance on the place and really kept it up.
I've been
It's not all I
I
heard she does.
didn't know that, Jack. So I did not know that.
After was absolutely brilliant.
Well, the two boys.
The reason she wasn't all upset
No,
with
that's
this
right.
is because they've always had an agreement.
I mean, they don't teach you what.
This has always been known in the electrical circus.
Yeah.
You know, when they were at a concert, press doctor, that only.
I think I took my graduation.
And the
It's
same.
great to have a president like that.
And he sold
Another one.
that.
Well, it's still great value
His
now.
mother
But the
had
thing that
part-
bothers me is
And
that
it was
people
square.
say, they're saying, you want to hear me about
Just
your
before he
your
retired.
character. You don't care about
Or who was concerned if anything happened to him.
so much fun. Yes, how can you look at someone and say, "We're not at
Moved to a right apartment
I
up
think
there.
my husband's for one
They
of
must
the
remember
things
each
to
other.
say.
Yeah.
But that goes for both sides. They gotta cut that out.
I give him credit for thinking that. Great job.
But if you don't get character, and
Yeah,
you're
it was
telling them what they're
tough
gonna do,
to
they're lying all
Never,
the time.
all
So
years
what
I was
difference does it make? So I don't know what's in there. I wanna know what their character
Long
is.
before it was a glass building.
Yeah.
And a glass cash register.
Glass cash register. And he
I
was
that's
sitting in
what
that
you're
chair
doing, say
on that
you're
corner,
the best
looking at his competition across the street. And he happened, it was my class, and it was my class. And we still, no.
I would have voted for a pro if he was, and I actually
Yours did.
No, we had a
the
contest.
best thing pro
The
can
name
do
is
is happy or
who had the most whites, had the last minute, anyhow.
I can't, I know I'm not sure.
They had a meeting.
I wish you
You
would.
know, in that class.
He could sway.
Nobody guessed how many.
It was cheap,
He's had about five.
supporters.
He's got four. He's got.
Which would be a good second choice.
Yeah.
If we're okay,
So Perot shut him up and said,
What did you do in your
that
place?
their opinion, not the opinion of the Perot supporters.
Got a good price for that.
then
And,
debates it. There's a
well,
big
he
shot
does.
in Rose camp. Said, well,
Yeah, I had a
we're
tripod
okay.
there and
We
I
can
was.
catch you guys looking over the corner. Flick this thing. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I can't.
We're about to the end of this first roll here.
No, he didn't.